quarter past, or else it'll be like, you waited too long. Kill yourself. And we're live.
Subscribed.
I suppose. I'm just gonna double check everything. I like to double check because I never trust them when they say that we're live. Okay, we are indeed live. Double check successful. So now that we're live, I have a link that I could use to send this out to people. We are live with the birthday boy himself.
Make sure you write it with an I.
With an I?
Yeah, birthday boy. I'm a boy. B-O-I.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotta get that boy clothes merch on people's minds.
Speaking of which, I gotta get some new designs up.
Yeah, I need to finish that friggin' design that I started for pineapple pizza, man. I've been so lax. Right? It's so good.
Share the.
Since I've met you, yo, your art has gone like way overblown, bro. I'm proud of you. I love you.
I love you, and I love all of you out there in Tinseltown. Oh wait, no, Tinseltown sucks. That's Hollywood. Fuck them.
In Indie Town, and fucked up Indie Town.
Yeah, Indie Town's the place to be. That's what's up. So, today is Troy Torres' birthday. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Cheers. I'm repping the sweet stuff. Know what's up?
I was gonna put on my Juanpool pin and I completely forgot.
Yeah, no, I actually put it on yesterday and I just haven't taken it off because I didn't want to. Because I was just like, oh wait, well we got the stream today, so I'm just gonna keep wearing it. It's Juanpool. Come on, I have to wear my Juanpool merch.
Like, I mean, I got my boy clothes merch on right now.
There you go. There you go. And of course, you can find that boy clothes merch. Bam. That's right. I remember. I know what's up. There we go.
Crab. Yeah. I forgot. The oppressed crab person.
So if anybody's watching yet, this is Troy's boy clothes merch store. That's his clothing line, his own personal clothing line. We got a couple of these ourselves. I'm planning on getting the oppressed Crabman T-shirt next because that one just I think is absolutely adorable. Sakira got like the alien one, and what else did she get? I think she got the sweet one, the cupcake design. And I think she got one other, but I can't remember which one.
I really want to get a Coochie shirt. I can't believe I haven't gotten myself a Coochie shirt.
Yeah, so far the only one I got is the Dunkin' Dude Nuts, but that's always a hit. I'm telling you, every time I'm walking around, like people will be like, "Oh, nice," and then they'll take a second look and they'll be like, "Oh," like they don't even realize it says Dude Nuts. They think it's just a Dunkin' Donuts shirt at first.
Well, everybody at my local Dunks asked for the link to get one. I told them they should definitely all wear it together one day to see if anyone notices.
Definitely. Oh man, I love that. But yeah, no, I definitely need to get the I'm Oppressed one, and of course I need a Soy Buck shirt because like, come on.
Me too. Me too.
That's our shared universe like brand.
Yes.
Our in-universe brand. Everybody's got a Soy Buck somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, great cup of coffee.
I don't know. I'm not big on the soy myself.
Yeah,
I don't like coffee either. So
you don't like coffee?
I don't like coffee. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I like my coffee crisp.
I love coffee.
Coffee crisp. That's the only way I like coffee.
I'm sorry, I hate coffee.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm like extra basic, so I love my coffee. I need to have my coffee, my medium iced regular mocha, pumpkin spice. Thank you.
Oh my God. Arno Lopez is in the chat too. He says, "Oh boy, birthday stream. Welcome, Arno. How you doing? Thank you for coming." We're just hanging out and shooting the shit, having a few drinky drinks, seeing where the night takes us. Because that's what's up. Just hanging out with my bros, my science wizard homies. Because
right?
you guys are like, I mean, I see all this drama all the time, all over the internet with with indie comics, and I'm just like constantly coming back to my Science Wizard team, and I'm just like, that's better.
We have a really, really good team.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, we're lucky. We're very fortunate that we all meshed so well together.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not like we haven't had disagreements in the past.
Oh, we do not agree on anything. I don't one, two, three, all disagree on all sorts of shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
that's true.
But what do? We sit there, we talk it out, and nobody gets mad. One of us will eventually make a joke, and then the others are like, yeah, fuck that subject. Let's joke.
Let's start memeing.
Yeah, let's start.
Absolutely. Oh, hey, guys, I got a link to some guy that's like pissing me off on Twitter. Let's bully him.
Oh, and there's a lot. Oh, my God. We all get so many clown car drivers.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a clown world, so I mean, like you merge onto the highway, you're bumper to bumper with all the clown cars.
Varn's like a lightning rod.
I'm getting so many today. Like, it's insane.
You know why,
My
right?
tweets today.
You know why you attract the clowns so easily, right, Varn?
Why?
You're a woman, and that crowd hates nothing more than women that won't bend the knee.
That must be
that
it.
And like they'll be like, oh, well, you're against this, but how do you feel about this subject? And you're like, oh, I agree with you. And they're like, "Arr!"
Right?
So they don't know what to do with you.
I just love how everyone's like, everybody must agree on everything all the time. And we're just like, we just come in and we like rant at each other. And then we're just like, all right, well, here's where we disagree. We'll agree to disagree. Let's get back to making some awesome comics.
Hell, I mean, even when we agree, we usually all agree for different reasons. Mm-hmm. So if we say X is awesome, it's because I think X does this. It's because you think X does that. It's because she thinks X does something else. But we'll all agree, yo, X is awesome.
Yeah, speaking of X, did you hear that that's potentially going to be the new title for whatever Marvel and Disney plan to do with the X-Men, because they're saying men. You can't call them X-Men because they're not all men, and that's not inclusive.
I did not.
I'm not even joking.
No.
They apparently hired somebody who was like, oh, we can't call them X-Men to like head up the X-Men or the writing for the X-Men in the cinematic universe or whatever.
Oh,
and she's like very against it, like super sexist against men, and it's just like, oh man, this is gonna be a train wreck. So I'm glad that I've just wiped my hands of Marvel. Like, I haven't watched a Marvel movie since Endgame.
Oh, I won't. That's it. That was the end of the MCU for me.
Dude,
I mean, in a lot of
was
ways,
a huge
I think
fan.
that Infinity War, the snap, to me was the perfect ending. Thanos won.
I agree.
He was right.
I agree. And you know what? For me, like, the ending of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was that snap. The end of Infinity War was the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because nothing in it has been even close to like the quality of even the lowest rated movies up to that point since. Like,
I mean, like, so don't get me wrong. Endgame, Endgame. I liked Endgame, but it's not the ending I wanted.
There's a lot of definitely. I thought it was okay, but there was some big buts. I have some major caveats going into that, because
like, yo, come on, dog. Yo, Cap, would he prove himself worthy? Come on.
Oh, I mean, you already knew he was. Like, we already knew.
No, but it's like, yeah, we knew he was, but moment, to see it,
yeah,
that look on his face when he was like that moment was definitely everybody
great.
Creamed. Everybody creamed.
It's
it was
true.
One of those like, oh my god. But
also, I just want to really quick say hello to Mrs. H, who says, "Happy birthday, friend!"
Hi.
And
thank you.
our good pal Red Valkyrie. Birthday boy! I wore my shirt yesterday in honor of you, hun. DM me when you want to hang. And she says, hey, Josh.
Oh my God, we have to hang soon. We do have to hang really soon. Oh, but in all honesty, I think I would have enjoyed Endgame better if there was a scene where Cap, Tony, and Hulk started beating the fuck out of Thanos. I really needed to see. No, I needed to see them putting it on him. Even if by the end it was a turnaround like, yo, y'all are too weak, knock it off.
But they soyed up the Hulk.
I think the actor himself had some input on that.
Oh, I think so too.
I think he was like, you're gonna make me a toxic male that saves the day instead of Captain Marvel? I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Speaking of Captain Marvel, though, that was probably my biggest contention. My biggest point of contention with Endgame was her inclusion. She had no business being there.
Well, I mean, she's not even in the comics. So in Infinity War, there was no Carol Danvers in the Infinity War. She wasn't there. So she was literally shoehorned, and that's what ruined the character. Well, Captain Marvel needed to come out post Endgame to establish a new lead character. I think she could have honestly, I know people hate when I say this stuff, but I think Captain Marvel would have made a great flagship character had she been done right and put out at the correct time. Because say whatever you will about Brie Larson. Like, honestly, say what you will about Brie Larson, but go look at her movie catalog. She can actually fucking act when she's directed to act.
Right, absolutely. And the thing with like Captain Marvel that bothered me the most with her inclusion in Endgame isn't so much that they rushed bringing her into the universe, which they 100% did. Like, she needed way more time to set up, and the problem with her inclusion in Infinity War was that she became the go-to Deus Ex Machina for every problem that occurred.
For everything.
Every time that, you know, the characters found themselves in a, you know, hopeless situation where, you know, you want to have that, oh man, how are they going to get out of this? But that you never get that tension that has you asking that question, oh man, how are they going to get out of this one? Because you already know the answer, because they established the answer right at the beginning of the movie, that Carol Danvers was the Deus Ex Machina for every problem that gets too out of hand for the rest of the Avengers to deal with. You know, right at the beginning where they're like, oh, we're running out of oxygen, we're in the middle of deep space, we have no idea what to do, we're gonna die. You know, Tony and Blue Man Group, whatever her face is, I forget her name, Nebula. And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I'm here to save the day. You know, no reason why. I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
And I did not get my Thorvel. Anyone who used to follow me back then knew I really wanted Thorvel. That would have been awesome. Yeah. And they didn't give me my release. I'm so unhappy.
Thing is, like, Thorvel would have been something great to set up again after Infinity War.
Right.
You know, he's had his arc, you know, he's had his ups and downs, and he's now in kind of like Fat Thor, where he's sort of like having to redeem himself and like get back on the horse. That would have been a good time to, like, afterwards would be a great time to introduce Captain Marvel. And then, you know, you have that almost like a friendly rivalry where it's just like, oh, a woman who can stand toe to toe with me in battle. And, like, you know, with like the Asgardian culture and stuff, like battle's a big thing, Valhalla, all that jazz. Like, that could have been done well. That could have been played with and been interesting. And if you had a director and writers that actually gave a shit about the characters, you know, that could have been really done well, even with Brie Larson, because she, like you said before, she can act.
When she actually can act.
When she's given a good script.
She can, but she did a horrible job. She did a horrible job in Captain Marvel. I did not think it was a good movie.
No. Let's say it correctly. The director did a horrible job using Brie Larson at what Brie Larson does best. They would have played, if the whole movie, Captain Marvel, was like an emotional trip where she has to remember who she is and has a breakdown. And I mean, like, she didn't go and find her parents. She didn't go and find her fucking parents. So, like, her parents still think she's dead. What a great kid.
Until they see her on the news, like, fighting Thanos.
And it's like, all right, so you showed us you hate your dad. Was your mom bad? You didn't go find your mom? And like in the chat right now, Arno, I get it. A lot of people call her Plank, and that that's actually hilarious because that's what she was in the movie.
You know who else they used to call Plank?
She really was.
You know who else they used to call Plank? Keanu Reeves.
I mean,
that boy's having quite a resurgence.
I was gonna say, the another girl actor that was it. The one that played Bella in
Kristen
Twilight?
Stewart.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
But she's actually been in other things where she wasn't so Plank-like.
See, you're going to make me get angry at the Charlie's Angel reboot because I'm like, you could have had a really great movie because I don't care what anybody says. People just hate on Twilight. Like, Kristen Stewart's, like, funny and hot. Like, why wasn't she, like, your tomboy, rough up, streetwise person? But I know why, because, you know, Hollywood is obsessed with making women perfect, and no one wants a perfect woman. People want people with flaws. You want someone you could root for. Sarah Connor had a lot of flaws. You know, Ellen Ripley had her own flaws. And Rapunzel had flaws. Rapunzel had flaws. She was too innocent and trusting.
Yeah, man.
And at the end of the movie, and by the end, oh god, I love Tangle. To me, Tangle is better than Frozen. Frozen was overrated.
Oh my god, same.
Frozen was way overrated.
Dude,
Tangle.
1,000%.
It had like a love story going on.
Tangled.
I cannot listen to the one song that they sing when they're on the lake with the lanterns going up. I will fucking cry. I'm gonna think of like my high school girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
and fucking cry. It was a great movie. It was like hands down a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, you should check out the TV series. You should check out the TV series, the Tangled Ever After, or whatever they end up calling it. They kept changing the title of it, but it's like the Tangled the series. You know, it was like 3 seasons. They had all the same actors, like all the same voice actors back to reprise their roles. Unlike, you know, the Disney sequels of yore, you know.
Like, and I heard they got like I heard they got a really good studio to do all the work too. So like, you know, you're gonna enjoy the animation too, because I heard they got a really good team on that one.
They did, yeah. What's her name from Kill Bill had flaws, dude. Like most of the movies with female characters that we all liked.
What was it? Beatrix Kiddo. Beatrix Kiddo was the bride, right? In Kill Bill.
The bride. No, wasn't the
Kill
bride...
Bill in Kill Bill? The bride was Uma Thurman, and she was Beatrix Kiddo, right?
Thurman. Oh, I don't remember the name.
I remember the name. I loved that. Oh my god, those were such great films.
Yeah, man.
I never watched Kill Bill, so
I watched it. I watched it once, and I don't really remember a whole lot about it besides that one big fight scene with the Japanese schoolgirl with the spiked ball and chain. That was pretty dope.
Oh, you mean the real life anime?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I don't say that bad. I say that like as a compliment.
Oh no, absolutely. That's exactly what they were going for, and you could tell like right from the get-go. But one of the big things that bothered me about like a lot of the movies nowadays starring female heroes is that they are so terrified to give them flaws, you know, because they're so terrified of the woke mob coming after them. Like, oh my god, how dare you, you know, have how dare you have this woman have a flaw of any kind? They have to be the perfectest, most awesomest, most bestest ever hero ever. You know, like, and I think Captain Marvel and Black Widow are definitely good examples of that. It's
I love Black Widow, but I haven't seen her movie, but I heard her movie was not good, so I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm kind of afraid to watch it because I actually really like Black Widow.
It could have been great, actually.
But unfortunately, they don't respect their female characters, and they give them trash writers and trash directors, you know.
Also, by the time it came out, and I say this with all due respect to ScarJo and Black Widow, like, who the fuck cared?
Yeah. No, the time was long since past.
That movie was supposed to be about her and Hawkeye in Budapest pre-Endgame.
Yes.
That should have came out instead of Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel should have been completely saved for afterwards. She should not have come back to Earth in the 90s. She should have come back post-Endgame. She should have never, ever met Nick Fury, ever. They should have never fucked with the timeline because, I mean, there's so many plot holes because they didn't respect the timeline. Like, they called themselves S.H.I.E.L.D. in the movie. They did not call themselves S.H.I.E.L.D.
They called her the first Avenger. So, like, that makes the very title of the first Captain America movie a fucking plot hole.
That and
yeah, I hated that.
How about the last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye?
Oh my god!
To a Cthulhu cat. To a Cthulhu cat.
Fuck that to hell. That was the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, that was mad disrespectful. That was mad disrespectful. And did you notice that he like went on with the movie like, nah, it's cool. Like, my eye is fusing shut and I can't do anything. That's cool. That's cool. Let's talk to this alien that I'm totally not going to give a fuck about. We're not going to do an autopsy. It's not going to change any of our medical science. We've been known about a Tesseract, but we're going to be like, oh, a Tesseract. You know, oh my god, oh my god.
It's some of the laziest writing like you could possibly imagine. And Arno Lopez, I can definitely put the emphasis in the R in ever.
That and like, why would you, like, oh my god, the Skrull or not the good guy?
Yes, but Troy, don't you know that nowadays heroism bad, villainy good?
Bro, I feel like if they use those same rules for Spawn, they would make the Violator sympathetic. Like, he doesn't really want to do this, but he won't get out of the 9th circle of hell unless he does this.
Right.
Because his dad didn't love him because his dad was a man.
Right. Yeah, it'll come out like John Leguizamo comes waddling in his little fat suit. He's like, my daddy didn't love me enough.
Right. You don't know what it's like.
Sad all the time.
You don't know what it's like to be a spawn of Malbolgia.
I'm just a slave to the 7th circle of hell. Malbolgia tells me what to do. I do it. Otherwise, she'll make my soul a part of nothing.
I mean, not to mention, he'll realize that he can't do anything because, like, it's racist because Spawn is black.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realized I used my institutional power.
And the biggest thing is too that like Endgame also marked the start of like the overt politicization of the films. Like everything up to that point, like there was nothing that was overt in the political messaging in any of the movies up to that point. Like, and then all of a sudden you get to Endgame, and it's just like there are so many different elements in that were just so blatant and overt and just totally political messaging and like propaganda that I was just like rolling my eyes on so many occasions. It's just like, I don't want, just dance monkey. I want to be entertained. Show me explosions, show me fight scenes, show me some character
fucking
development and growth.
Monkey.
Stop it.
Dance. No, I'm with you. Fucking dance monkey. That's your job.
Yes.
You're just a thespian. You don't know
I feel
shit.
Like
shut the fuck up.
I feel like that's what we should make that's what like our motto should be for Science Wizard comics. Moving
Tell
forward.
us to dance. Tell us to dance.
Yeah, we will dance for you, you know.
We will fucking dance. We will dance right now the best monkey dance we've ever danced. You know what I mean? Like, I am ready to dance my monkey dance for people.
Yeah, I wanted.
But that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
Right,
you're supposed to fight to get people to give you money.
Yeah, no, I want to entertain people. Like everything that we're doing in Pineapple Pizza Man, everything we're doing in Chicken Warrior with Kraken, everything, you know, that we're doing, like, period, is because we want to entertain people.
Yo, like, time out though. Chicken Warrior.
It's beautiful.
That is going to be our grand opus.
Hey, who wants to see a couple pages of
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Bro. Oh, also let's get Semicolon in the stream here. He's been waiting. So this is our newest member of the team. I have Semicolon. He's working on a really cool book called Cross, and that's going to be part of our lineup, hopefully for next year. Yeah. This year's been a little bit slower than we initially anticipated with the comic stuff, but it's still going. It's still trucking along. And I think next year is where you're going to see some really good stuff coming out with Science Wizard. We're going to have Pineapple Pizza Man will definitely be done for sometime early next year. Chicken Warrior will definitely be done sometime early next year. Not sure how long Semicolon's going to take with his, but it's already looking good. I'm liking the direction it's taken, and I think everyone else is going to too. And that's why we brought him onto the teams, because he shares that same value that we share. We want to entertain people.
I'm very much honored, and I from what I've seen of your works, it's really great. I quite like the for lack of a better word, pulpy look to it all. Pulp is something that I love in comics. It's very pure sort of fun and entertainment. It's unabashed. It's unashamed, if the best to describe it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that stuff. Like I just like. I mean, sometimes inspiration strikes with just the weirdest things, right? Like, who would have ever thought? Like, if you told me 5 years ago I'd be making a comic book about a Pineapple Pizza Man, I would have called you crazy. I was just like, that's ridiculous. Why would I do that? But Theron comes along. Me and him start harassing Donald DeLay on Twitter. He comes up with this character. I draw it. He asks me if I want to draw a comic book based on him. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's knock it out of the park. And I think it is going to be knocked out of the park. I'm proud of what we're doing with Pineapple Pizza Man.
Real quick in the chat, Soul Hero 123, Kraken cannot make it tonight because he's a hardworking man that works really hard, and we're very proud of him for doing so.
Kraken couldn't make it, but he's always here in spirit.
He is here in spirit.
He's a part of the family, so yeah.
He's our beloved little brother.
He is. He's our little brother. Him and Theron. Theron's the other little brother. And me and Troy are the big brothers. Narwhal is that weird sister who's just like,
she's like the middle sister.
Yeah.
So like a bunch of boys showed up, and then she came, and then another bunch of boys, and like.
Right. So she's like smack dab in the middle.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, she doesn't take shit from no man because she's been taking shit from us.
Exactly. Like she knows how to deal with the boys. She knows how to deal with the boys.
She knows how to destroy the self-esteem. I have to say one thing about Bard. I don't think I know any woman that can destroy a man better without actually trying.
Oh yeah. No,
most women have to sleep with a man to destroy them. You just and I love you for it. I do. I'm your secret apprentice. I'm your secret apprentice in destroying men.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you are destined to destroy the Jedi.
Yes. She can teach you a power that no Jedi can ever teach you.
How to make buzz.
And also, so the next Juanpool villain, if you really want to know, the next Juanpool villain after this arc is going to be Canada Lopez, which is a parody of America Chavez.
What? She's going to be the villain?
You know me. My villains aren't actually villains.
Okay, fair enough. Because I know she's got a history with Juan.
Well, the thing is, like, so, and I like to explain to people, you have to remember, Badger Bitch isn't a supervillain. She's a superhero, but her moral compass is off.
Yeah.
Because others have inspired her moral compass to be off. It's not like I'm making satire of like current comics or anything. And it's like, I don't make villains. I make flawed heroes that take on extremely flawed heroes.
You make good antagonists for the heroes.
Because at that point, like, as you will get to learn more about Badger Bitch, she can be sympathetic because she was never the evil villain. If that makes sense. Like, if you look at all my characters are SJWs. I don't know how to create a character that's not an SJW. They all have a bit of that in them, and it's how it's reflected in their action that tells you the kind of person they are. So you have someone like Juan who sees a woman in trouble and he must save her. But then you have someone else claiming to be that woman saying that she must save people through a method that is questionable. Gray. That's how you do politics. That's how you put politics in the comics.
Yeah, because everybody's nuanced. I mean, it kind of like goes back into, you know, what we were talking about at the very beginning of the stream with how everybody's different, and like not everybody's going to like the same things. Not everybody's going to hate the same things. You know, we all have our opinions, our differences, our likes, our dislikes, and that just makes things interesting. But also, like, that just means there's a lot of nuance, not just for like groups of people, but like for individuals, you know, across the board. So like any one single character, like there has to be some level of nuance within that. Even a villain has to have some sort of reason for why they're doing that. Like it can't be like, oh, I'm evil because I was written that way. You know, it's
very few villains do what they do for the sake of evil. Although there's like, you know, pure evil sort of villains if you're looking to that. Many villains are convinced that what they do is in some level either righteous or for some sort of benefit to a cause they represent. And when you keep that in mind for a villain, you get to really write them more realistically and more interestingly. If you try to kind of delve into the villain's mind without, you know, necessarily accepting it, but to really understand what it is and you put yourself into their character.
Right. Yeah, you have to treat your characters like they're real people, you know, because like ultimately, like if you don't, then audiences are not going to be able to identify with them at all, whether they're villains or heroes or anything.
And good writing is what makes a villain. And my example in that is Beauty and the Beast. Gaston isn't a villain.
Oh, yeah.
Gaston provides for that village. Gaston makes sure everybody survives. Gaston is so loved. They have a song singing his praise with pre-practice choreography.
Yep.
Gaston is only the villain to us, the viewer, because the movie makes us root for Belle and Beast. But one of those things that you also disregard is pretty soon those villagers are fucked because they're going to start getting taxed by the monarchy that didn't exist for 10 years. And their only saving grace is dead by that monarchy. The monarchy killed their savior.
Mm-hmm.
But because how the story is presented, we accept that Gaston was the villain because he's just cocky and conceited and narcissistic enough that we don't want to root for him.
But he also does some sexual harassment, to be fair.
He's he's a very classical fantasy hero.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
And
oh my God, Gaston was that village's Trump. You know what I mean? Because I mean, Gaston.
Oh my God! Now I want to do Now I want to do like I want to do the Gaston song with like Trump like fully animated.
Oh my god!
You could come up with some pretty funny lyrics for that.
No. and see, that's the thing about I call him Orange 45. I don't like to use his name, and that's only because I have his name muted on Twitter, so I have to refer to him as Orange 45 so I can actually see my own tweet. No, after a while you get tired of hearing the same person, especially when that person's gone and banned, and they're gone and banned. Let it go.
Word.
He's not. He can't. He can't hurt you anymore, honey.
People are still super obsessed and blame him for things, and like he's not even president anymore.
I mean, he hasn't been president for months.
He hasn't been.
What are
it's
you
like
doing?
9 months. 9 months now. Like he's just hanging out playing Nintendo. Like, well, he doesn't give a shit about.
And they're still they're still referring to like people that are just Republican or right leaning, even if they weren't huge Trump fans or they're not like that into him or whatever. They're still referring to all of them as like mega supporters and everything. And it's like, well, they're going to be voting for the next guy.
Well, if they're smart, they're not going to run him because he's been nerfed.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
I think their best chance is Ron DeSantis, but at the same time, like I don't think they want to take him away from Florida as the governor either.
Well, I mean,
it's a risky move.
You know my opinion on the GOP. They're cowards. They suck. They're ineffective, and the country deserves a better opposition party.
That's why I'm saying that like Ron DeSantis would be the best bet because he's actually like the one Republican like that's actually in office right now that isn't like a coward and a completely useless buffoon.
But he's no 45, so he's gonna have to play their game. He has to play their game if he wants to be the leader of them, and that's where they always fucking lose. And that's why I'm glad they lose too. These days I'm glad the GOP loses because that's what they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to stand up for your own principles. You want to keep capitulating to everybody that hates you. Like, then you get what you deserve.
I don't even agree with the GOP's position on a lot of things. And it's like, I can't respect you because you can't even like stand by your own principles.
Right. But anyway, getting back to like our comic talk.
Oh wait, could I interject just one thing before we get back to there?
Oh yeah.
I would like Troy to go over to our DM group because I've drawn him a birthday gift. That's what I spent doing the last hour here.
What? Oh, that's adorable.
I knew it. Oh, that's great. Those are really great.
You mind if I show that on the stream?
Yeah.
She even put a smiley face on the big doll.
That's adorable. Come on. Give it up for Narwhal.
That's so good. Oh my God, that's the best present. Well, the second best present. I got to hang out with my kiddo all day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, no. Baby mama was like, well, actually, kiddo was like, hey, I get out half day on Friday. And I was like, all right, I'm getting you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, all right, I'm getting you and you're mine for the day. So that was actually awesome. I spent my day with the best person I could have ever asked. Oh, no, it was great. We got pizza. I, like most parents, I like say, all right, I'm buying this, but you're buying it in my name. And this is your gift to me. Yay, me. No, it's actually one of those like really awesome, like underhanded thing parents can do. Like, oh, well, you're way too young to have money and buy me what I want. So I'm going to buy what I want, but say that you bought it for me. And now you have the pride. And now I get what I want.
There you go. It's a win-win situation, really.
It is totally win-win. Totally win-win.
But yeah, getting back to the comic talk, because we started off talking about how they're talking about like getting rid of the men in X-Men. Like, what are they gonna call it? Just like X.
From what I heard is that there's kind of an argument between like those in like the writing staff and like the big suit execs, where the staff is like we want to change the name, and then like the execs are like, yeah, but X-Men's the more well-known name, so
if they call it anything other than X-Men, it's going to fail drastically. Like it is going to be a catastrophic failure if they call it anything other than X-Men. People know what the X-Men is.
If they change it, I won't even. I'll just be like,
I mean, I don't watch any shit that comes out anyways.
No.
Watch, even if they call this X-Men, I'm not gonna fucking watch it.
Oh,
I'm basically, my only thing is the next Spider-Man, and I'm basically done. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I probably will watch that out of curiosity.
I'm waiting for the next Spider-Verse.
Well, see, the Spider-Verse isn't Marvel though.
I know, Sony. And that's what I care about.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And also, the other one I actually do want to see is Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Ooh. Even though they gave us
I hated Venom.
I loved it. It was so fucking stupid.
It was so dumb. That's why I hated it.
That's why I loved it.
I love the dynamic. I love the dynamic between Eddie and the symbiote.
Oh yeah. The one thing I will say, the one thing that I really liked in the movie, like the favorite scene that I liked in the movie is like, well, for one, I liked that he looked like shit the whole time, and then he like climbs into that fish tank. Yeah, the lobster tank. That was kind of funny. I did like that. That's my favorite scene out of the whole thing. It should have been just him in a lobster tank. This is an hour.
But the thing is, like, the only thing I'm mad about with Venom Let There Be Carnage is that they gave us the fucking like they gave us the bait and switch, you know? Like they were saying, like, oh, this one's gonna be a hard R, and then they're just like, oh no, we're too afraid of not getting all the money, so we're gonna make it PG-13 so we can get all the younger people.
Well, you should never do the hard R. You should never do the hard R.
I disagree. I firmly disagree.
Carnage is just one of those villains that you just need to be like rated R.
Exactly.
Right.
That guy said.
And the one thing that I didn't like about the Venom movie, the disconnection from Spider-Man bothered me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there, but I'm hoping that they have some way of getting around that moving forward. But at the same time, I like it. It's just a fun movie because it's just dumb. It's fun. And like, I mean, you turn off your brain and you just like go for it, you know?
Time out. Spork's here.
We got a homie.
Welcome, Sporkman. Thank you for coming to my birthday stream. I really appreciate it. I love
one of the originals that I like to say. He was one of the first people that kind of brought me and Troy together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was on his streams, wasn't it? No, that was on.
That was on Josh. The Meeting of the Minds. He was
part of it. It was on Meeting of the Minds where we first.
It was Josh. It was Josh with Meeting of the Minds. He kind of brought us all together.
Truth. Oh yeah, big time.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree.
But yeah.
I love you too, Spork. I love you too. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. No, I love Spork. I'm looking forward to finally getting my Sporkman comic. My Sporkman Goes to Japan.
Dude, it's a wild ride. This comic shit's a wild ride. Anybody that isn't on the creation end really needs to understand that when you're not a multi-million-dollar company, this shit is hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
This shit is really hard.
It is genuinely, a lot of work. It like what goes into it. Like I keep estimating like how long it's going to take me to do something, and I'm always off. Like drastically too. I'll be doing. I've been doing Pineapple Pizza Man, working on the inks for that. Just the inks, not even the colors. Just the inks.
Yeah.
Since like October.
I can definitely speak from experience.
I would dare say maybe even put out like a black and white when it's done.
Oh yeah, well, what I'm planning on doing, and I'll let you go right after this semicolon. What I'm planning on doing right now with the Pineapple Pizza Man is I'm doing 21 pages, which is like one section of the first issue. Like there's a little bit before and a little bit that comes after this section, and I'm gonna release just for Patreon. That first 21 pages, so it'll basically be like a full-size issue, but it's just going to be that one section. It'll be like kind of like one self-contained sequence, and that's going to be like our issue 1/2. and that'll be like black and white. It's going to be Patreon only, and then I'm going to keep working on it and getting the rest of it finished up in the next little while. But mostly because like this is like the big action stuff, like all the biggest action sequence, like that's what is in this first 21 pages, and that's why it's been taking me so long, because like I've been really pushing myself to my limits artistically. I've never drawn mecha before. There's a whole lot of mecha in it. I don't draw a lot of like I've never really done a lot of like cityscape stuff. There's plenty of cityscape stuff. It's a lot of action. I've never really drawn a lot of action. So I mean, this is like me outside of my comfort zone, but like pushing it to the limit so that like you're not even going to be able to tell that this isn't my comfort zone. That's my goal. That's my goal, and I think I'm kind of getting there. I think I'm succeeding in that goal. But yeah, that's the plan. Semicolon. What were you saying?
Yeah, no, I agree that independently making comics is very it's a tough order. It's I've had experience before, done about 3 attempts at a webcomic, 2 completed comics once, and I've worked as an inker for 1 comic and as kind of like the main artist for another comic, which was more of like a promotional piece than anything. And there's like, depending on like what kind of approach you go with, it's very much that it's going to cost a lot of time, and consistency is truly what matters. You have to have a very consistent schedule. If you draw like 2 hours a day, you got to keep on that, or else if you lose that steam for even like a day or so, you kind of like, it starts to like really scuffle a lot, and you start to like really lose the momentum. So you kind of like have to keep on that constant work.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, and that's part of the reason why Troy and I kind of came together recently and started like hashing out a schedule for the both of us, so we can kind of like have some dates to kind of try and hit.
You need to have a little bit of pressure.
It does help, especially when you have all these other elements, that sort of like that you need to contend with. You've got your day jobs, and sometimes like if you're working salary like I am, that can end up going much longer than the necessary 9 to 5 that you generally plan around. And then you've got housework, you've got relationships, you've got all kinds of other stuff that can get into the way, that can throw a monkey wrench into the mix and slow down your progress. And that's not to say that any of those things are a bad thing. Like, of course, that's responsibility. Like, you got to do your cleaning, you got to keep your space clean, you got to make your food, and you got to eat healthy, you got to do your exercise, you got to spend time with the people you love. You can't spend all of your time on your comic book. You can only spend as much as you can, and that's the one thing that's a little disappointing, is because like I wish I could spend more time on it. I absolutely adore working on these comics with you guys. I love working on Chicken Warrior, even though I'm just doing the coloring. Like, we've got such a great team dynamic on that, between Kraken's like beautifully, his
Kraken can set up a scene. Kraken can set up a fucking scene.
Yeah, he kind of misses a few key storytelling elements, and he requires a little coaching here and there. But once it's all done, and you see his final pencils, there's so much life and energy to them. It's such a breeze for you to do your inking, because like exactly what you need to do, exactly the energy and the feeling that you're going for. And then that also I pick up on that with the colors as well. And I think the final result like undeniably speaks for itself. I mean,
I've had to both dial up and dial back the inks. Yeah, there's just sometimes like I'll look at the page and I'm like, oh my god, I know what the fuck to do, and he's like, that wasn't my vision, and it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Like I went, like I went overboard because I saw something and I interpreted it the way I would do it. And then there's times where it's like, no guys, that looks fucking phoned in. Let me redo that page.
Yeah.
Like, let me redo that page, because even I must have done it on a night where it was like, all right, let me get this in because I have the time to make it right now.
And I don't think that's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, like, Chicken Warrior is one of our books that is going to be doing a crowdfunding campaign. And, with crowdfunded books, we'd like to put a little bit of extra stuff in there too, right? So, you get like a little bit of special features. You can see like, we'll probably put in like some of the progress for each of the pages. So you can see like how it evolves over time. You could see like, some of the alternate takes for when you did decide like, oh yeah, no, like I was going for this, but then like, we wanted to change direction. I wanted to redo that page because, I think it shows like a maturity in our workflow.
And we always do like the check-in with each other, like, hey, how's this looking?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
what's
absolutely.
This? Hey, how do you think of this? And like, even when like, because there are certain times, and I don't care, I'll say it. There are times where I'm like, hey, look at this inks, and y'all are like, and I get butthurt. But it's not one of those like, no, it's true. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. But because of our team repertoire, I'm like, wait, they're not hating, they're editing, and that's different.
Right. Right.
There's
a
difference between hating on work and being like, hey, this ain't a Mr. Marvel production.
Yeah.
Make it what it needs to be. And it's like,
and that was a big evolution for our team too, because like earlier on in our in the Science Wizard crew, like behind the scenes, like we had like some pretty hard talks, and we had some like serious growth that needed to be doing between all of us. And I mean, when I look at stuff like this Chicken Warrior cover, like this is the culmination of that of those hurdles. We bounded over those hurdles and we created this like gorgeous work of art. And that's because we came to trust one another. You trust your teammates. You put your faith in them. But also,
100%.
Oh yeah, but also they put their faith in you, and like you have that strong communication, so that you don't get butthurt. Like even if you do get butthurt, you understand why.
No, but the butthurt goes away. The butthurt goes away because you remember they picked you and trusted you to bring their shit to life.
That's right.
And that's what you want to do. You want to bring their shit to life.
Absolutely.
And you guys know me. If ever I do something and people like, that's not what we're looking for, I'm like, all right, I'm like putting that in the fucking, I'm putting that in my case. Yeah, I'm going to say that for me then. And I'll just move on and give exactly what it is. And in the end, I usually end up more happy giving them what they want, because it's like, all right, this is the vision.
Absolutely.
This is the vision.
Yeah. Plus, like
it's so much better too to take in those criticisms at the beginning, and then when you deliver what the vision was, like with that one cover that I did for Josh, and he would give me criticism until it was how he envisioned it,
Yeah, and even then, like I don't have like a hard vision for it. Like I gave you a lot of,
I did get a lot
of freedom.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's always like a couple things I'm just like, well, here's a little tangent there, or there's like, I really like this, but like I think we can push that a little bit bigger. Let's make her tits bigger, something.
And it was good in the end product is like so much better with like both people and taking in the criticism and the direction as well. Like I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, no, I love doing that stuff. It's just like with the Redline streams. I don't know if anybody in the chat has had a chance to check that out, but I started doing what I call the Redline stream on the Science Wizard channel, where I take viewer content, like comic book content from viewers, and they send it to me, and I'll critique it like I would critique anything else from the rest of my Science Wizard crew. And I really like it. I really enjoy it. I think it's really fun way to kind of like show how we do what we do, and then you kind of get a little something out of it too, because you can take my advice, you could leave it, you could take bits and pieces of it and do whatever with it is, you want with that. Just don't get butthurt. I do it because I love doing it. I love taking a look at what people have and thinking about ways it can be improved, because at the end of the day, I'm all about entertaining the reader, entertaining the viewer, and it's all about the final product for me. You know, what is going to hold the most weight? What is going to really connect with those people? And that's what I like about it. So, yeah. Yes, sirree.
Yeah.
So, how do you like these this chicken warrior art, folks? That's looking pretty tight. If I do say so myself.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
This is my first time. This is my second time doing lettering, and I think I've come a long way too.
Oh my! That's your second time doing lettering?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm so jealous.
Well, you have stepped up a lot. You're one of those indie creators that I have to say, and it ain't biased because you're my boy, but yo, you stepped up a lot, dog.
I like to improve. I mean,
I'm sorry. I was gonna praise you though. I'm sorry I interrupted. I'm about to praise you though, so you'll forgive me. I have loved watching Josh's progression with his like mech stuff. And how it was before. I think if you took something that you did at the beginning and you put it side by side with something you did at the end, you'll notice how much better you improved.
Oh, I mean,
it looks great.
The baby in a mech suit, who is the sort of the main villain, who's going to be in that issue number 1/2 of Pineapple Pizza Man. I remember I showed you guys my first sketch of him on one of the pages, and then like the final sketch side by side, and it's so night and day. You would think it was like you think like the one on the final one was like from like a professional comic book artist, and the original one was done by like a fucking toddler. And even I look back on that and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, was I always that terrible?
Oh.
It's always great. It's always a great feeling when
I just like particularly enjoyed that, like watching you progress to that personally.
Yeah, no, I think it's a lot of fun. Let's check out the next page of the Chicken Warrior. Bam. I said bam. Nope, that's page 3. Bam, page 2. There we go. That's beautiful. Look at those beautiful vibrant colors.
I didn't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Those vibrant beautiful
colors. And the shading, wonderful.
Wow.
Big, deep shading.
But yeah, and then we got our little cameo here. If anybody else noticed that.
Oh, who's that handsome guy?
That's me!
Oh, wow. Fuck you. Wow. Wow, what a typical boy. What a fucking typical boy. I'll remember that.
And then that's actually, we got 3 cameos in here. That's actually Smackin Kraken himself, Mr. Jason McHenry.
That's how you do a self-insert.
Right? It's subtle. It's not anything like, hey, look at me, everybody.
I will say, I could have done I'm Not Starfire and made it a fucking hit.
You think? Oh wow!
With the same fucking character, I could have made it a hit. There was a story that could have been told there that would have been really fucking touching and awesome.
I bet. I don't doubt you, man. And I'd love to edit it.
And I will also always remind people, if I played the game right, I'd have a Harley Quinn book right now.
Yeah, probably.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, no, you play the game, and yeah, you probably would have been on a Harley Quinn.
It's too late for me now. It's too late for me now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not.
Hey man, the way I see it, you're doing even. You're just doing even better because you got your own book. You got your own creation.
The thing is, I would have had to compromise myself as a person.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with compromising a situation, but you should never compromise yourself within the situation.
Oh, I completely agree.
You know?
I would never do this. I would never do that either.
I just don't want to go down the path I would have to take because I know I would be on purpose dishonest.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. Like, I know you're protected from your own dishonesty now. Like, you can say whatever right now, and if next year everything changes, people will protect you from what you said.
Right.
but I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, no. I like being just me, being honest about who I am, what I do, and just making what I want to make.
I love being me because they never know what to do.
That is
like,
true.
How about that dude that was like
the guy who made
your white guilt is showing. I'm not white. Oh, well, clearly you hate white people. I have a half-white daughter. You know? Oh, you're homophobic, do you think? And it's just one of those, like, oh, God, it gets so tiring.
Everybody wants to put everybody in a box, you know?
Because you know how Twitter works.
Yeah.
Like, invent someone, be mad at him, and go search him out.
Mm-hmm. And when he doesn't exist, just be even more mad, and then pretend that he exists with a false flag
build
or
your
a hoax.
Strawman.
But that's why I, on purpose, every so often, I always have to make sure I dunk on the right, so that when people are like, "Oh, well, you're like some far right person," really? Because this is what I said last week.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That just goes back to what we were saying earlier about like people are nuanced creatures. I mean, based on like the Twitter narratives and the stupid boxes that everybody wants to put on. You know, you and me. I'm supposed to hate you.
We're supposed to hate each other.
I'm a blonde haired, blue-eyed. What's the word? Aryan, straight white male. You know,
he's our token straight white male.
I am the token straight white
all
male.
Of us. No, honestly, if you look at Science Wizard comics, it's a collection of tokens.
We got a token girl.
We got the token girl. We got the token whatever the fuck I am. We have our token white guy.
We have our token teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I guess he's 20 now, so he's no longer our token teenager.
We gotta
He's still a kid. He's still a kid. You're a kid in college. You're a kid when you're 25 in college, going into a dining room.
Yeah, you're just a child. You're just a child at 20.
That's a disservice to adults,
right?
When you call an adult a child when they're being emotional, but like pro them. So every adult that's being over emotional, she should be like, yeah, you're being a child. Knock it off. But there's a difference between saying you're being a child, grow up, and aw, you're just a child.
Yeah.
We can't get mad at you because you're just a child. You're learning about sociology and lesbian dance theory. You're just a cat. Y'all should see my lesbian dance theory.
Is that on Pornhub?
No. I haven't. I don't have the nuts to pull the trigger on something like that. I've thought about it, but.
Speaking of pulling the trigger, how about we pull the trigger on, bam, page 3. Gorgeous.
Fucking gorgeous guy.
I love this page. This was a fun page to do, man. That's the page where I die. Oh. And did you notice this, Troy? This was my subtle shout out to you. The green energy kind of look.
Yes.
Because I know you're all about that.
And you gave him the red bandana too.
Yeah.
That's me if I grew up in the DR. I would have been. No, I'm serious. Where you grow up depends on your skin tone. I have cousins that when we were younger, we were the same skin tone, but because they spent significantly more time in the Dominican Republic than I did, they're like so much darker than me. I'll never catch up.
Oh yeah, you get that tan. I imagine if I ever go to visit what was the name of that place? St. Vincent with Kira, because that's where a lot of her family comes from on her mom's side. You know, she'll probably like darken up.
She's gonna be like 3 shades lighter. She's gonna be 3 shades lighter when she gets there, and then by the time she leaves, she'll be 3 shades darker.
Oh no, she'll be like 6 shades darker. She gets 3 shades darker just from like the sun here in Canada.
Me too. I get dark, but I cheat. So like,
I just get
I'm
red.
basic as fuck, and I go tanning too. So like, I go out and get natural sun, but then I also enhance it with artificial sun.
Gotta be careful not to become too orange.
Blackwash.
No, I would never be orange. I'm peach.
No, I would be just straight up red. That's what I always tell my wife. I'm always like, I just lobsterify. I'm a lobstrosity.
Yeah. I burn and then I turn a slightly darker shade of pale.
I just brown. I just turn a lot browner.
Narwhal, get out of the basement.
I'm not in the basement. I'm in a room.
Get out of your mom's basement, you 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah. The damn virgin who's someone's wife with a kid.
Oh, we got a new folk in the chat. It's a lady Caitlin 0429. Imagine going outside enough to get a tan.
Exactly.
Can't relate.
I'm with you.
Wait.
I like to.
Reckless Trucker said I was in blackface.
I own grass now.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say there, Reckless Trucker. He has not ever done black. He's done whiteface.
No, but here, yeah, no. Actually, if you're gonna call me if you're gonna say anything, I've done whiteface.
With your Harley Quinn cosplay, right? Yeah.
Here's a little fun fact about Marley. Marley's Dominican, and I'm only first generation American, which means one, I have nothing to do with whatever happened in America a long time ago that was bad, because I didn't. Two, because I'm Dominican, I have a lot of actual African slave blood. I don't like to say it a lot because I'm way too light skinned and people get mad at me, but I would say, if anything, I'm more black than anything.
Mm.
And I'm like actually really proud of that. So
I just want to point out there that my ancestors absolutely did have to do stuff with everything that happened in America.
Yes.
I'm related to Patrick Henry, and he owned some slaves. So
it is what it is.
He was also against slavery. He was against slavery. He was a
it is what it is. It didn't
anti-slavery
get invented
person.
in America.
It was
wasn't invented in America. It wasn't America. It wasn't.
Oh, no.
And we probably shouldn't even talk about it.
I feel so left out. I feel like I'm the only one who didn't have either slaves or slave owners in his ancestry. Come on,
I mean,
man.
you might have. You don't know. Go back far enough. Somebody might have been a slave or slave
owner. So far, nope, nothing. My uncle has been going through and actually mapping out our whole family history, and sorry, this straight white male has never had slaves in his ancestry. I'm so sorry for your narrative.
It's like, and even if they did, what the fuck does that have to do with you?
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? How is that your fucking fault?
Yeah, I can't control my Twitter followers. I'm not responsible for them. So why would I be responsible for someone who's long dead?
Honestly, unless you own a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, you're good.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You know what I mean? That's because sometimes I joke around and I'm like, you have to find the descendants of the Sumerians and they get everything. Whoever is a direct descendant of the Sumerians, the first recorded human civilization, they get everything. They can claim every single little thing because they're like, well, no, that was ours. Well, clearly, y'all weren't there. We have Gilgamesh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. Well, clearly Jesus was just Gilgamesh. We're going to sue you for the Bible.
That's right. It's a cultural appropriation. Demented for Fun says, I think I'm late. Start over. No.
Just have to rewatch it.
But I am going to refresh my drink, so I'll be right back.
Restless Trucker, you are correct. There were way more Dominican black population that were slaves than black Americans. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get any more into that, but I will always say that, yeah, I am Black and I say certain words that I'm not allowed to say on Twitter or social media, because then people get mad at me, even though I say them all day, every day to every people of every color. And like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And it is what it is. See, he wasn't smart. I made sure I had a couple drinks here with me at my desk.
I just finished my drink, so I guess.
Oh, so you're well, I finished my first drink I made, but then I have like basic bitch drink over here at the side too. Cause
I don't have none of my drinks are alcoholic though. I just want to point that out.
Well, I mean it's my birthday, so I'm due.
Yeah. I don't actually have any alcohol in the house. So see, I don't really drink very much at all. I
always have alcohol. I don't drink that much, but I always want to make sure that when I do want to drink, I can just have the drink.
That reminds me of one time, like it was my 21st birthday, right? And so like I went out to drink and then I bought myself a bottle of vodka, right? And I had like a couple little shots out of it at one point, right? And so then it was sitting in the freezer like for like a year with just a couple of shots missing out of it because I just don't drink. And then my brother, like I was out with my mom and my brother texted me that he was like, "Hey, I borrowed your vodka," and like it was gone.
I borrowed it. I love that word. I borrowed your vodka. Like, bro, you gonna give it back?
I was living. It's like separate from my mom. Okay, so I was living in my own little house, which means he went into my house and stole it.
Yeah, that's oh my god, family is so bad like that. He really said, "Oh, I borrowed. I just borrowed a little bit of vodka."
Yeah, he was like, "I borrowed your vodka." I get home, it's gone. The whole bottle.
Borrowing implies getting it back somehow.
I would get so angry.
He has not given it back at all. And that was when I was 21 or 22 because it was the year after my 21st birthday, about a year, maybe a year and a half. And then and I'm 33 now. I'm never going to see that again.
All right. So you're way less petty than I am. So little story. My younger sibling ended up coming to get their very first tattoo from me. I want to say maybe they were like 24. First tattoo. Big old tattoo. Lots of line work. Lots of color. Tribute to our grandmothers. A rose and a snowflake. Because our grandmothers were Rosa y Nieves. So, that translates to snow and a rose. It was about 2.5, maybe 3 hour tattoo. And when we were done, and I've never done this before or after my career, I really did like cock back and slap the fuck out of their fresh tattoo. And when they like screamed out in pain and looked at me, all I could say was, "Remember that time you threw my X-Men collector cards out of the window and they ended up in the fucking gutter and I was 13 and I couldn't do anything because you would be the victim and our parents would have fucked me up if I did anything." I don't forget things. I'm a petty bastard. Like it took like over a decade later, but I got my revenge. You threw out my X-Men cards.
I don't want people to think that like I've never done like I'm an innocent person or something because okay, so like when me and my brother, like when we were kids and stuff, I did things like our dog that we had when we were kids had like a shocking dog collar. So I put it on my little brother and I made him bark and it shocked him.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you because I'm an older sibling and me and my older brother.
Yes, I'm the older.
Yeah, me and my older brother, because we were significantly older than our younger sibling. And we used to put the clothes hamper over them, sit on top of it, and call it the bad box. And that was it. You fucked up. You're in the bad box. What are you gonna do? We're two boys, and we're like 8 years plus older than you. You're fucked. Bad box. And that's it. That's older. That's like older sibling shit.
It is.
Like everybody.
I did a lot of older sibling stuff.
Because that was normal. That's normal. Now it's like, oh, you bullied, you harassed, you tortured. No, I didn't. Like, what the fuck? That was also my younger sibling that at any given point could just cry out loud and I'm fucked. You know, and it's like, that's it. That's just like brother sister shit. Leave it alone.
Yeah. Oh, me and my brothers, we love each other lots.
Oh, of course. Like, now we don't talk, but we don't talk because of stupid politics. But if someone fucked with my siblings, I would probably remind them, hey, so like I have a criminal record, you can hit me up.
Yeah. Oh no, that also reminded me, just as like, you know, defending your siblings. Like obviously I did the older sibling stuff. Like I have a lot of other stories that I did. And there was one time where my youngest brother, we were at McDonald's and he came, like him and my other brother, they were both like playing in like the playground McDonald's thing, right? Mm-hmm. And my youngest little brother, he came down, and he told me that some kid was like bullying him, right? So I'm like a bigger kid, and so I go up into that thing and I find the little kid that's doing that, and I grab them by the shirt and I told him to leave my brother alone, and I shoved him down the slide.
No, see, now you reminded me of like my older brother. I had the typical older brother that would fuck with me, bully me, fuck me up, put me in my place. Let him find out someone was doing the same thing to me. Yeah. And I remember one day I came home and I was like crying. I was like roughed up. But only thing he saw was my tears. And like right away he went to make fun of me. And he's like, oh, why are you crying? Why are you a sissy? Da, 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 laughing. And like I was angry and I was like, these kids, they posted me up after school and I knew I couldn't fight them because if I did, they would beat me up together. My brother's face completely changed. and like he instantly was like, I'm picking you up from school tomorrow, cool? And sure enough, we get out of school. There's my brother. They don't know it's my brother. They start their shit. He just comes over and does his big brother shit. I'm not even going to incriminate him with what he did, but my older brother made sure that he put them in their place. And even better, he got my other cousin, Lisandro, because it was like, I might need some backup. So you had two. I had two very angry Hispanic semi-thug teenagers like at my Catholic school, middle school. And it was just like, it was like one of those beautiful things. I would dare say, like, even though it was before the song came out, Foo Fighters, there goes my hero. Like, I swear to God that played. Like, and to this day, I will always say, yeah, my older brother fucked with me, but did not allow anyone to fuck with me.
Exactly. That's what older siblings do. That's what they're for.
No, and I appreciate it. And I got tougher. Like, I remember when I went out on my own as my own dude, and I was like fighting with guys like my age and my size and whatever. And I'm like, oh, you guys are fucked. Cause like, I'm like used to like this big ass dude fucking me up. And there's nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And nothing less but my parents intervening would stop it. So I'm so like, I'm so fucking hard and ready. You're done. I'm going to fuck you up, kid.
Whoa. We starting fights here now? What's going on?
No. I mean, do I look like I start fights? Not anymore, but I couldn't be this back then.
My mom always told me, you don't start a fight, but you finish it. And I've taken that to heart. I've never started a fight, but I've finished them.
I guess we're talking about sibling fighting and stuff. Arno says I literally punched my middle brother out of rage once, one time after definitively disrespecting me for not wanting to clean his room. Dude, why would you clean his room for him? Like, what? Why would he even expect that? That's crazy.
Ooh, read Spork's story. Read Spork's comment. That was harsh.
Spork says, I climbed a tree one time and I was hanging upside down and my sister climbed the tree and pulled my feet out and I almost broke my neck. I have a lot of scars from her. Jesus.
Oh my God.
I remember one time my older brother, like I used to write fan fiction and in high school, and I had one, I had like a chapter of one of the stories I was writing, and I wrote it up, and then it got deleted because the power went out, and I wrote it a second time, and then that file got corrupted, and I wrote it a third time, and I was just like, that's it, I'm not writing this again. And then my older brother deleted it because he was mad at me. Because this is back when we had like just a family computer, and that was the only time I ever punched one of my siblings in the face. Because I was just like, you knew the problems I was having. Like, you knew I had to write this chapter out like 3 times over already, and then you deleted it on purpose just because you were mad at me. Like, fuck you, you deserve that punch.
No, I haven't actually ever like punched any of my siblings in the face. So I don't think they ever did. They've done stuff that made me really mad. I was more tricksy. I was more tricky. I really was. Like, there was one time when my little brother, my middle brother, it was my middle brother, and we were kids, and I made some mud look like chocolate ice cream, and I really crafted it, right?
Oh my god, that's fucked. That's so fucked. I love it.
I really crafted it. I made sure that there weren't like things in it, and I made it really look like chocolate ice cream. Okay, guys, I'm an artist, remember?
Goodness gracious.
And I told my brother that it was chocolate, so he took like a big spoonful and put it in his mouth.
That's brutal.
Oh wait, and there was another time where we were eating chicken soup, chicken noodle soup. Okay, and I went and I grabbed a bottle of mustard. And I pretended to open it up and squeeze a bunch of it in my chicken noodle soup and stirred around, and I ate it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so delicious!" And so my brother took it.
Mustard's disgusting.
He threw up in the bathroom.
Because mustard's disgusting.
You want to hear something? This is a really funny one. I used to get my sister riled up, and I would get her to chase me around the kitchen, and when she was chasing me, I would always I would look around, and I would map out like where her feet fell every time. I knew like exactly where her feet were hitting, like on a turn. And then one time I took a pair of scissors, I opened them up slightly and put them right where her feet would be, and she stepped on them and like cut herself on the scissors on her foot. And then she ended up getting her first planter's warts, like exactly in the spot where the scissors pierced.
All right, Lord Zed.
I set a trap.
That's a dark trap. No, this is a story that my mom still is upset with me with. Okay, because it was my younger brother that I did this to. Well, I didn't actually do anything. I didn't do anything to prevent what was happening, and my mom still is upset with me about it. Okay, because like I was supposed to like look after them, but I was like, no, I'm teaching a lesson. Right, so you could see from the living room right into the kitchen. Okay, at this point, and so I was sitting and I was playing. I was playing Final Fantasy. All right, Final Fantasy X when this was going down, and I was watching. And my little brother, I put in some like corn dogs into the oven, and my little brother was going to get the corn dogs out, and I look over, and the whole time I'm watching him, and this is why my mom's still mad at me. The whole time I'm watching him, and he opens up the oven, and then he sticks his hand and grabs the pan with his hand, and I watch him do this. But I took care of his burned hand afterwards. Okay, guys.
Oh my god.
But
oh my god.
You just let him do it.
You guys were bad.
You should have stopped him, and I was like, but now he knows not to do that.
Bruh. Children are savage. They're monsters.
All right, I'm gonna say something. And I hope you guys laugh. Maybe there is something to this whole white people are evil shit.
I think the worst I've ever done.
Jesus Christ! I set my siblings up to get in trouble. This guy's like, oh, I put down some scissors to cut her fucking. Oh my god, you guys! Jesus Christ!
How do I do this?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ, man!
We're
not evil. We're not evil. Come on, man.
Oh my god!
I mean, hey man, I
was teaching a lesson.
I only gave as good as I got, man. My brother came after me with a knife one time.
Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. My brother has broken my clavicle, stabbed me in my wrist. I'm just being funny. I just don't have no stories where I was like, oh yeah, I set my brother up to like cut his throat on a fence.
I have more than a few scars from things that my siblings did to me, like actual scars, like not like mental or emotional trauma. That's stupid.
No, but once me and my brother were like both teenagers, like he's only 3 years older than me, so there was a certain point we were going for the same girls, and yo, we had it out. Yo, me and him had it the fuck out. And we were both like, no, I'm a thug Spanish guy. No, I'm a thug Spanish. I'm way more of a thug Spanish guy than you. Nah, homie. I do shit. Nah, you don't do shit, dog. Nah, bro. I do shit.
I will show you exactly how much more of a Spanish thug bro I am by beating you up with my Spanish thug bro feet.
No, because it was just, and I
don't know why I did a Russian accent for that.
Because sometimes it just happens. It just happens. Like sometimes I go to do like Irish accent and they're like, why are you from Scotland? And I'm like, I don't know. Too much Count Dankula. I don't know.
That's true. Shout out to Count Dankula.
Right.
I love his Mad Lad series. It's great stuff.
He's funny. He's a funny guy. He's a really funny guy. Usually guys like him, I say I disagree with on stuff. But I can't say that because I've only seen him being a funny comedian.
Yeah.
I don't think anything he does serious because, and not out of a disrespect, but out of a respect of him being a comedian.
Oh yeah.
Like everything he does is to be funny. And I wish people stop being so fucking sensitive.
Absolutely.
So fucking sensitive.
Dude, his whole pug video, that was freaking hilarious.
I thought it went on a little too long for the joke, but I thought it was funny.
I disagree.
I think I would have ended it a little sooner.
For me, it was one of those jokes where it's like it was really funny at start, and then it started to get a little less funny, and then it got really funny again towards the end.
Yeah. Like he saved it. He definitely saved it. It did drag a bit, but he saved it. But even if he didn't, it's one of those like, when it comes to a comedian, you have to allow comedians to tell a bad joke that didn't land.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Everybody tells bad jokes.
Twitter thing when he was like, he did the whole Muslim and he was posting.
He's still doing it.
And people were getting so mad though. It was like, what's going on?
It's genius. It's genius. Genius.
It was hilarious.
It's like culturally appropriation or whatever and stuff. Like
it was like people from both sides were getting so mad at it. They were like
both sides,
and that's correct. Correct. That's how you know you landed a joke. That's why I'm never upset.
He trolled both sides
because I piss off both sides. Because I try to. It's hard because the left just gives me so much ammunition. But I've been trying to get at the right more lately because people keep trying to lump me in as like some right-wing conservative. And I'm like, I don't understand how you place me in that. Like I really don't understand how I'm placed in that.
If I'm discussing something against somebody that's like really right-wing, like really, really right-wing, they'll accuse me of being SJW. I've been accused of being an SJW, of being left-wing or being a liberal. And then if it's somebody on the left wing, it's like, oh, you're a Nazi, you're a right-wing, you're MAGA. And it's like, I have so many posts where I just don't like Trump. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's almost like people can be nuanced. Like everybody wants to put you in a box. It's stupid.
It's just that I'm not the extreme for either. Like I'm not your extreme, I'm not your extreme, and I'm never gonna be.
But what gets me mad is like, aren't I allowed to like and hate the president at the same time, no matter who it is?
Yeah.
You should be able to.
You know so what I love?
So like with Dickhead, there's things I didn't like, and y'all know the shit I didn't like because I talk about it with you all the time.
Yes.
Right.
And there's things that I did like because I talk about it with you guys all the time. I'm just waiting for this guy to give me something to say, hey, I like that.
I don't.
Still hasn't happened.
I don't like Biden at all.
I mean, the only thing so far he's done was make it easier for like farmers to like work with their equipment, you know, with like the John Deere stuff. Because if you know, it's like licensing stuff with John Deere. It's like, oh no, you wanna fix your tractor, you wanna fix your tools. Nah, you can't do it yourself. You gotta get one of our guys who will cost you like hundreds of dollars to do it. And apparently he was siding with the court to basically allow farmers to do their stuff. So far, that's the only thing I've liked.
Isn't that also an issue with like video game companies as well? Like PlayStation and stuff. Like you can't fix your stuff yourself. You have to, or even send it into like a local repair shop. You'll have to send it into PlayStation or same thing. Like
a lot of electronics do that. Or you void the warranty if you try to do it yourself. Is what happens.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, it's called the right to repair. And I don't know about video game companies, but I know definitely something like Apple does it.
All right, well, if you did that, then like I'll definitely.
Apple's terrible.
I love this. I got to go back to like this child stuff because like I love what Lady Caitlin said. She said, "Only child here, but my cousins are like brothers to me. They used to strip and behead all my Barbies, all of them. I did the same thing with my sister. I tormented her when we were younger, but like we're the best of friends now. Like we're like two peas in a pod nowadays. But like
my brothers would play Barbies with me. Both my brothers would play Barbies with me. They would.
I had one of those. I played Barbie with my younger sister. I played Barbies with my younger sister.
I used to do that too, but I had one of those like Barbie-sized GI Joes of Flint. Yeah, that was my guy.
I'll tell you what though, as my younger sister got older, like it got fun playing Barbies because it was like, hey, we should have Barbie fuck this person. And it was like, yeah, dude, let's just fucking make the whole scenario right now.
I burned one of my Barbies one time. She was a witch. It was a child. She lost.
I gave one of my sister's Barbies a haircut. I gave her the buzz cut.
No,
because I wanted her to be like Ripley.
I mean, I'm sure it's obvious looking at me on camera, but I liked girl toys when I was growing up. I remember my dad got mad at me. My dad got wicked mad at me one time because I asked for a kitchen set, but it was like, bro, I'm not trying to get it for like girl stuff. Like I want to cook burgers for like my action figures.
Dude, I wanted an easy bake oven so friggin'
my
bad
mom
when I was a kid.
My mom never cared about this. My mom was good. I love my mom. If you were my brothers, they like to play with my Barbies. I like to play with like Legos and other things that were like boy or whatever you want to consider. And my mom just was like, whatever. She would support us no matter what. She just let us do.
No, my mom would get me anything. My mom knew before I knew. So,
dude, my dad has like the worst gaydar ever.
No, years later, my mother's a lesbian who's been with the same woman for like almost 20 years.
Oh, really? Wow.
So yeah, her gaydar knew. She knew me before I knew me. So she was always okay with whatever I wanted to get. But my father was like traditional, old school, like third world nation, island immigrant guy. Great man. Absolutely great man. Flawed, but great. God rest his soul. But it was like certain things I'd be like, hey, I want that. My father would be like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, you're not getting that shit. I really want that. Yeah, you're not a girl, so no.
I never really had any issues with like things that I wanted or anything like like that's just for girls or anything like that. Because like my sister had all that girl stuff. So if I wanted to play with any of the girl stuff, I just play with like one of her shit. Like, dude, the fucking that pink like Barbie mobile, that thing was tight. that thing was awesome.
That was awesome.
I
put the stickers on it for it. I put the stickers on that. I used to always do all the stickers for my younger sister. Like, yo, give me that shit. I'm putting the stickers on.
Like, I didn't give a shit that it was pink or that it was for Barbie. I was like, this is a sick ride, dude.
Oh no, this is awesome.
I'm putting like my GI Joe Flint. I'm putting my GI Joe Flint in there, and I'm just like cruising around and picking up.
Dude, the Power Rangers.
Oh my god, me and my brothers loved Power Rangers, and we had. My brothers actually didn't really have GI Joe. we had Power Rangers, and they had like we had a bunch of Dragon Ball Z like action figures because we were all really into Dragon Ball Z.
See, I'm a little older, so like my toy options were like back in like the 80s. So we had like the GI Joes, and one of the big ones that we really loved was Brave Star. I don't know if you guys know Brave Star, but he was like a Native American space cowboy dude with like a horse that turned.
Well, I mean, I'm like way younger than you, but I've read up on that, so I know all about him. And he had his horse that was like a cyborg horse.
Yeah,
it was both a mount and like a person.
Yeah,
and the horses. The horse had a shotgun named Mary Jane.
Yes.
Yes. Get me Mary Jane. And it was like, when he got Mary Jane, it was like, bro, we about to fuck motherfuckers up.
Dude, like G.I. Joe was cool. Like all of that stuff was cool. Star Wars, that was all right. But like for us, I don't know what it was about Brave Star, but for us, like the Brave Star toys were like the Shangri-La of like children's toys. I don't know why, but like we coveted those.
I love
things.
The Thundercats toys. I had a lot of Thundercats toys.
Boglins. Y'all ever hear of Boglins?
What's that?
No.
Oh, dude, you know, like they were like little goblin puppets with like, and you could like.
No, I know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
I couldn't get one of those because my mother was like, "That's disgusting."
No, I couldn't get them either. I asked for a Boglin for every single birthday, Christmas, and even Easter for like 6 years straight. And never got one.
At a certain point,
crushed me.
Like at a certain point, I lived in Miami with my grandmother when my parents were going through some shit. And there was a boy upstairs, and he was really nice to us, even though he was like way older. And he had like literally like a hefty, big, huge fucking trash barrel, like filled to the rim with like He-Man toys.
Oh yeah.
Like he had like all 5 variants of Battle Cat. Like I got to play with Battle Cat in like 6 different colors.
Nice, dude. It was so awesome when you had like cousins or something who had like well-off parents, so they had like all the awesome toys. Like I remember we had some cousins, Jason and Jesse, and whenever they were like way out in the boonies, but their parents were like farmers and like they were pretty well off because they had like fucking all the toys. They had the SNES Super Scope. They had the Super Scope. They had, you know, that Sega Genesis what was it, like an octagon where you could like do like the punch game. It was like 8 direction. You know, it would like sense your movements. They had that. I was like, bro, like, how do you have all this stuff? They had Stretch Armstrongs, dude. Oh, it was like Christmas every time we went to visit them because they just had all the best toys. Like we would just like, we didn't even know like where to go. Like I don't know what to play with first because they got everything, you know.
Nah, I remember when I was younger. Like our neighbor across the street, it was this black kid named Chris. He was mad cool. He was about the same age as my older brother. So they were the friends, but I had like honorary status because I was a little brother. Like every week or so we would trade. Like we had Super Nintendo and he had Sega Genesis, and like we trade like system and games for like a week, and it was like, dude, this is gaming on a different level, man. I'm used to Mario. This is Sonic.
we had the old Nintendo. We got the PlayStations. We got the GameCube. We got the Xbox. My mom was a gamer, so we always had the consoles and everything because my mom gamed.
You're lucky, man, that your mom gamed because my mom did not game. My dad did not game. They got us a Sega Genesis for Christmas one year. Against my mom's wishes, my dad actually got us for us. We had Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff. But my parents, they were completely they were completely video game illiterate. They had no idea what was going on. So we would rent like a video game for the Sega Genesis, and we would get fights all the time because it's always single player games. They would never rent us like a multiplayer game. They didn't even have the concept of like what is a multiplayer game. They were so illiterate on video games that it was just nonstop problems. You got like 4 kids to contend with, right? 1 system, 2 controllers, and almost all of the games that you have are single player. So now this is where it gets crazy. We rented Sonic and Knuckles one year, and we were playing it, and we established right ahead of time, like at the very beginning, before we even started playing, that we get like we switch turns after every death, or if you don't die, every half hour, right? Perfectly fair, right? But so I was playing, I would die, I would hand the controller over to my older brother, and then he would play, he would die and keep playing, and then die and keep playing, and then die, and then it would be 45 minutes, and they would keep playing. And so obviously we were getting a little bit upset because he was not obeying the rules that we had established. So it kept getting worse and worse and escalating until we were just screaming at each other, because I'm just like, give me my turn. It's like, we agreed to this. And my parents got so pissed off about it. Instead of actually like figuring out what was going on, who was at fault, and like remedying the situation, what they did is they went out and they purchased a physical key lock for the TV and installed that, so that you had to unlock the TV with a physical key to be able to use it. And they would lock that key in the pantry. So we would need another key to get into the pantry to get the key to get into the TV.
This is way too convoluted. My mom would never do that.
Yeah, no, my parents would just threaten me with a belt. Yeah. And be like, yo, go in there and we'll fuck you up.
Or at the very least, and it was like, enough said. Or at the very least, when I say that, hey, we agreed to these terms and he's not sticking with it, you could at least say like, okay, those are the terms you guys agreed to. Stick with it. It's his turn. But no, they don't want to deal with, like, they don't even want to like put in the teeniest, tiniest bit of effort to learn what the deal is with video games. How do video games work? What is a multiplayer game? What is a single player game?
We had single player games, and we had a lot of multiplayer games. If I could like paint people a picture of my mom, all right, I want you to imagine a woman that her kids are, if she gets up, her kids are yelling at her to go make them a sandwich in the kitchen where she belongs. And all right, if you think I shitpost on Twitter, I was raised by this woman who would do the same thing. And she played games, and she would shit talk on people when she played. She had online RPG games. She played like EverQuest and stuff. She would shit talk on people, give it right back to them too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she would kick our asses at games, or we'd kick her ass or whatever. It was competitive. But we all gamed together too. And yeah, so like that was my mom. And she bought the latest consoles for like Christmas and the latest games. When Game Boy, the little pocket Game Boys came out, she bought me one of those. And when Pokemon Red came out, she got me my Pokemon Red game. And then she had the rules established for whose turns and like that. Yeah. But like at the same time, my brothers lived with their dad and I lived with my mom. So
but like that's because she understood gaming. Like my parents didn't understand gaming in the slightest.
No caring. They didn't do that shit.
I came out of my mom's womb and she handed me a controller to the Nintendo. That's what happened.
Lucky.
Yeah, right. I came out of my mom's womb and my dad was like, "Do you have a job?"
Get good, dude. Get good, dude.
Oh man.
Like, do you have a job yet? Are you married with children?
But no, like I tell you though, the whole like physical lock on the TV thing, that was like the worst thing my parents ever did, because from that point on, all we ever did, like all of our time outside of school, was figuring out ways to unlock the TV. That was it. That was our entire goal. It was always like schemes and scams and like papers, like in the door so that it doesn't close all the way so we can open it and get the key. And, Like learning how to pick locks and shit. Like
that would make it harder for my mom to play the game and play her game. So like that would not happen.
My parents didn't give a shit about video games, you know, and they barely watched TV as it was at the time. But all it did was make us into little criminals trying to figure out how to like constantly hack the system and get to our TV so we could play our games.
My mom got us as kids, like around around 12, with the youngest brother, I think maybe being 9 or 8 at the time, like Grand Theft Auto. We also had this game that was the Playboy Bunny game or something. It was like this Playboy game, and I can't remember. It had this like guy in it that was kind of like ugly and short. And then you had to try to, yeah, we had that game, and they had the little sperm game and stuff. So she got that for her, and she's like, "Here, this is funny."
I used to play that in secret with my friends at their place. Like,
no, we didn't have to do it in secret.
We can never let our parents know that we're playing this game ever.
No, my mom got it for us.
That's awesome.
It was cheap. It was a used one. So she's like she got like a bunch of these like used games, and like that was among it. And so she's like, "Here, kids."
Dude, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Seriously. I wish I had that childhood. Man. I think my kids are definitely going to be okay, because like me and my wife, we shit talk each other all the time. Like we're constantly like ripping each other. Like, oh my god, they're not going to be strangers to shit posting.
My whole family does that. Yeah, my whole family does that, and then I do it with my boyfriend. My boyfriend does it to me. We both do it to our daughter. Our daughter does it back to us. I got it.
I'll see like this weird, like ridiculously sexual, like super crazy, like pornographic tweet, and I'll like run up to my wife. I'll be like, my love, look at this.
Oh my god, wait 1 second. I got like a perfect thing that you could show people. Give me a second though. I've got to find it. Oh, where did it go? It's gonna give me. You guys can start talking about something else. I'm gonna find this.
It's all good.
Because it's gonna be great when I find it.
Lady Caitlin says, my parents were gamers. My mom would spend hours playing Tomb Raider when she was pregnant with me, and my dad would help me play games when I was 2 or 3. I've since surpassed them both. Nice. I was once the student, and now I am the master.
And that's now awesome. I am the master.
Dude, Tomb Raider was hard, man.
Yo, Tomb Raider was hard as shit.
All right.
Fuck, man. If you brought back like the original Tomb Raider, like exactly as it was before, and brought it to modern audiences, they would be like, "Oh, this is the Dark Souls of exploration."
Oh my god, they would be like, "Where's my easy mode? I need my easy mode."
Oh,
dude, don't you understand?
I can't pass the first part.
No, me neither.
What's a tutorial?
I can't pass the tutorial,
Why is there
guys.
a tutorial? I can't do this.
I have
reasons
demo.
why this game sucks, and it's also racist.
I had the demo for Tomb Raider on PC, and I could not get through the demo. Like, that's how fucking hard it was. It was ridiculous.
Yo, some of them older games are fucking tough as shit.
They are
tough as hell, dude. Like, most people could never get through Battletoads. Like, I beat Battletoads.
I can't.
I beat Battletoads one time.
I never did. No, I never did. I couldn't get past the very fucking early bike jumping stage. I couldn't get past it. I couldn't get past it.
Dude,
and I didn't own the game. It was a rental. Dude, so it was like I had one weekend, and I spent the whole weekend just fucking dying at that park. I hate that game.
Okay, I found and I linked a tweet.
I'm the fucking angry fucking video game fucking nerd. Princess.
He's the angry video game princess.
Dude, shut up. I still watch him. I watch him all the time. That's my go-to. Like, I'll rewatch old shit.
Dude, no, there is no reviewer.
He'd rather
there is no reviewer more honest. There's no reviewer more honest than James Rolfe. I trust James Rolfe over any other reviewer on the internet. Period.
I trust any random YouTube reviewer, game reviewer, over any game journalist.
Oh, dude, game journalists are trash. They're subhuman.
Dude, honestly, I like the whole profession of game journalist shouldn't even exist.
No, it shouldn't.
Like,
it shouldn't.
Like
it died in the 90s. It died in the 90s. Like once it got to the internet stage, that career was dead.
Done.
Like it was fine when you had, you know, video game magazines and stuff. But like,
because they gave you the
internet
shit.
Once the internet came around, and anybody could give their opinion at any point in time, anywhere on the internet, and anyone could see it.
And I have my pick of people of watching who plays. So now I get to pick the best person playing the game and see their review.
Okay, I gotta ask, since we're on the gaming subject, what is all of your most cherished gaming memory? I want to start with the birthday boy. Troy, take it away. What is your most cherished gaming memory?
All right, know. Can I give two?
Go for it. Give two.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and be cliche. Final Fantasy VII came out. I'm really young, but for some reason I was able to play it when it came out. So Aerith or Aerith, depending on how you want to translate her name. I cried and stopped playing Final Fantasy VII for almost a week after Aerith died, because it was that hard of a shock to the system. It was genius, the writing, the everything, the way it lit up. That was actually a really hard moment, and I don't think I've ever faced such an emotional hit in a video game, even if it's cliche to bring it up. Like, I actually experienced it firsthand as the first, you know, generation of people to actually play that game. There were no spoilers, there were no nothing. I played a whole fucking disc. I actually leveled her up a lot. She was super fucking strong. She was one of my main team members. To this day, if I put on the theme, I'll probably fucking cry.
Aww.
No, it's the truth. I'll absolutely bawl my eyes out if Aerith this theme plays. And that was one of the most memorable moments in gaming for me. And the other one was so I'm like really young, but I'm old enough to remember playing Link to the Past when I was in middle school. And I loved it. I loved the original Zelda. I tried to play Link's Quest, and that was a really hard game. But then Link to the Past came out on Super Nintendo, and I loved it. And I remember I ended up faking being sick while my parents were on vacation, and my aunt was watching us. And I faked being sick so I didn't have to go to school, and I sat back at home and I just beat the fucking game. And I don't know, there was something about that ending. I felt so fucking proud. If you've never heard the final music that plays when they do the montage of everything that happens after you beat the game, like, it's such a proud moment. And you're like, yo, I was fucking Link and I beat the shit out of Ganon. And it was like such a super cool moment. And those are the two I'll give.
All right. Well, that's awesome, man. I like that. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people can definitely relate to that Aerith thing. I used to watch, because my older brother bought a PlayStation, and he played all the way through Final Fantasy VII, and I watched him play all the way through Final Fantasy VII. I never actually played it myself, but yeah, like even I remembered that, because it's just like, it was so uncommon for a video game to kill off one of the main playable
characters. They killed the fucking, like, one of the main characters. I thought Aerith and Cloud was happening. Like, I used to get, I was mad at Tifa at that point for interfering. And it was like, no, because it was like, yo,
oh my god, you're interfering with my ship.
Like, stop it. Like, totally, like, you had your chance with Dawson, but you didn't get with Dawson, and now Dawson likes Joey. So let it go. Yeah, I'm glad you got the reference.
Dawson's Creek, right?
Yep.
Yeah, boy. I used to be called, dude, when I was in high school, one of the guys used to tell me that I looked like Dawson from Dawson's Creek. So anytime I passed him by in the hall, he would start going, I don't want to wait
There you go. There you go.
Every time
I went falsetto for you. It's difficult for me to go falsetto, and I went falsetto for you. There you go.
There you go. All right, Narwhal, what's up? What's your most cherished gaming memory? I want to know.
I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot, but I'll tell you one that I really, really like. That's really, really funny. Okay, so my mom was dating this guy, and he brought over a 007 game. And in this 007 game, it was like a shooter, okay? And it had things like a gold armor and invisibility. And I can't remember the exact name of the 007 game, okay? Mm-hmm. But he brought it over to play with us kids, okay? And so we were playing it and stuff. And it got to the point where I got so good at it. And I was like basically dodging him as he was shooting me. And I'd be shooting him and keeping my gun on his thing, even though like I'm dodging my gun, I could keep my gun on him and he couldn't shoot me very well. And I would, by the time I started shooting him, and then by the time I got to him, my character, you know, from the run going towards him, he would be dead. And you would just see my character run over his dead character's corpse on the screen. And then and then I had all the maps memorized, and I knew exactly when the invisibility and the gold armor would spawn, and I would get them every single time, to where people started not having the gold armor or the invisibility in the game, so that because they could never get it anyways.
When you get good, that's a good moment, man.
And but then my favorite, like the peak of this, is that he could never be, if you could imagine a grown man getting beat by his girlfriend's little child.
I can imagine.
He actually took the game and didn't bring it back again. And never played with us again.
That's funny, man.
So like, I loved that.
So if anybody ever tells you to get good, you're just like, all right.
Oh my God, I was kicking ass at that game. My mom's so proud of that. My mom, okay, if you can imagine how a parent would speak about their kid becoming a doctor, my mom will speak about me beating or kicking ass at video games in that same manner. Like me kicking my brother's asses, me kicking her boyfriend's ass in the game. It's like that same level of pride in her. She tells other people. They had to do that for Smash Brothers too. My brothers, I used to beat them with Kirby all the time, and then they banned me from playing Kirby.
Kirby's a beast.
And they banned me. They told me, okay, well, you can't play. They would handicap me. Okay, you can't play Kirby.
Are you talking about like the original
And so then
one?
I got really good at like Zelda Chic, you know, and then I was kicking their ass with her.
I could never get into Smash Bros. Like I have it on Wii, but like I could never really quite get into the rhythm of it.
My boyfriend's really good at Smash Bros. He could kick my ass. My boyfriend, see, I was kicking you got to get with somebody that's better than you. So my boyfriend was kicking my
Maybe
at Smash Brothers.
I'm always playing with people. I always end up playing with people who play Smash and they're like insanely good. Like they've been playing it for like 20 friggin' years, and I'm like, I'm new. What's this? What's X do?
Yeah, well, my boyfriend, he's pretty good at like the Smash Brothers. Except for I can kick his ass at like the strategy games like Red Alert, where you have to like build like an army, and then if like we're there was like, God, what was it? Age of Mythology. Okay, I used to play Age of Mythology with my boyfriend quite a bit. And, except for he would lose every time. And he had it to where he would memorize the hotkeys, okay? Because he wanted to beat me. And he'd memorize the hotkeys and everything for it to go fast. And I slowly drag I don't memorize any hotkeys for nothing. I slowly drag my mouse across things. So he didn't understand how I was kicking his ass still slowly with my little mouse while he's doing things.
Because you were planning, you were thinking, you were strategizing.
Yeah, I guess I was. I just know that.
Dude, I loved Age of Empires. Age of Empires was so much fun. I just love how you could be like start from the Stone Age and you do all the progress and stuff, and then you're like a futuristic empire. Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
go for it. All right, so that was Narwhal's semicolon. Do you got a cherished gaming memory that you could share with us? I want to know.
Well, personally, it's like, and I think that the only times I ever like got emotionally affected was like kind of like the stuff that you'd expect. Walking Dead, the first season game, really great. Undertale. I actually got affected by Last of Us, the first one. I never played the second one, but I think the one I love the most was between my sister and I. We played a game series as kids and more further called Dynasty Warriors. If you ever heard of it.
Oh yeah.
And like it's a very goofy series, but she was interested in like she was very much a weeaboo. She loved like Asian history and such, and I just loved the like all the fighting and everything. I'd play it, she'd watch, she'd play it, I'd watch. It became something that we just love both together. And then like we played from the 4th game and the 5th game, and then like the 7th game came out. They always tell the same story, but for the 7th game they decided to tell an extra chapter for it. And like she and I were like extremely interested and we watched it. I don't know how to explain it without really explain the context of it, but the way that they ended the 7th game emotionally hit my sister and I because we've been playing the series for so long that we consider it our most favorite game story-wise that we just absolutely love, and it's always been something that my sister and I just love sharing just history knowledge about all the time.
Okay, cool. Right on, man. Yeah, no, I never actually played any of the Dynasty Warriors games, but I remember there was this one, like, it became a huge meme at one point because they were like, oh, we're really... There was like an E3 presentation, I think, where they were like really like, oh, we really wanted to like emphasize the historical accuracy in this game. And then almost immediately afterwards, they're like, so here we got this giant enemy crab.
Oh, yeah.
And it became a meme for like a really long time. It's like, giant enemy crab. It's like, to this day, like everybody still knows the giant enemy crab reference, I think.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, they're very mindless beat 'em ups. There's some strategy involved, but if you're interested in like ancient Chinese history, but completely fantasized, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Kind of like a Onimusha or something.
Oh yeah, I love Onimusha.
I love the Onimusha games. I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil series. That was actually if I get into some of my personal favorite gaming memories, I think I got like 2 or 3 I could even share. But based on like just like touching on that particular subject, one of the first games I played for the PlayStation was Resident Evil 2, and it was at a video game store that I was playing it. And you know how a lot of the game stores in the late 90s or the mid 90s and early 2000s, they would have like a PlayStation setup with like some games and stuff that you could play. And there was this one store where you could like, rent out a game to play in the store. Like you could just take the game, play it right there. And somebody had rented out Resident Evil 2, and I had not played Resident Evil 1. I'd never played a PlayStation game at all. So it was the very first PlayStation game I ever played. And I started playing Resident Evil 2 right then and there. And I got so into it. I stayed there for like 2 hours straight, just playing Resident Evil 2 until I beat the game. And I got like an S ranking, which was like, I was like, S? Aw, that sucks. I thought S was a bad ranking when I first played it. I didn't realize that the Japanese had this totally different system for ranking. Like, I thought like A was like the #1 best ranking you could possibly get. But no, it was S. I was thinking S. I'm like, oh, I did even worse than F. A, B, C, D, E, F. It's like, how bad did I do? I was like, I thought I was doing pretty good. Like, I never got hit, and I was always like getting the headshots. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? So that was a funny moment because like I didn't even realize how good that I did. But that basically like was one of my favorite gaming moments because it got me completely hooked on Resident Evil, and I've been basically getting like every possible incarnation of Resident Evil you could possibly find, since then. And I even have like I've been working on a Chris Redfield cosplay since like forever ago.
Oh, I'd like you. I feel like you would do a really good cosplay of that.
Yeah, I think I like get the body for it.
I got a picture of it somewhere.
Oh, I want to see that. Oh, and if you
I'll find it for you
after
guys.
that, I have like in the group, I have like a tweet where, since we're on the gaming stuff, where you can see my daughter's first reaction to first playing Grand Theft Auto.
Nice.
I documented it.
One of the other like most cherished memories for me was actually the first game that I played with my now wife, who was at that point my fiance, was Alien Isolation, and she's very skittish. She doesn't do well with horror stuff, but like she still likes it and still plays it and stuff. But it was a really fun game to play with her because like I just loved watching her reactions, and she was doing pretty well with it for the most part until this one point where it was basically the very beginning of a level where you start in an elevator and the alien's already out and about and he's wandering around and he's searching and looking for you, and the first time she played it, she was like in the elevator, she saw the alien go by, so she immediately hides on the side of the elevator, lets him go by, waits it out a little bit until it's quiet, and she sneaks around, and then she goes into the one area, and then she gets killed by a face hugger, and then she has to start that area over again. Now this is where it gets good. So she starts out in the elevator as usual, with this level, and she peeks out, she sees the alien go by, and she like hides on the side of the elevator just like before, waiting for the sounds to quiet down and for him to disappear, and then expecting that he's going to do the exact same thing, and then he peeks into the elevator. He just like walks into the elevator, and I look over to her, and she's holding the controller. She's literally going like this. She was completely frozen in fear, and I just laughed my ass off because then like she's like praying and hope, like you can see that she's like just praying that it doesn't notice her huddled up on the side there, and then it just like turns towards her and then immediately attacks, and she's just like ah!
That's so funny. There was when my daughter was beautiful. Like real little, like maybe like 5 or something, I can't remember exactly, but she was real little, and my boyfriend, he was playing his Fallout game, okay, so with the mutants and everything, and he gave the controller to my daughter and was letting her wander around. Well, she ran into some mutants, and we were like, shoot him. Because she was like, at first she knew how to shoot because she was shooting random things like dirt and like, just objects or whatever. So she knew how to shoot. So we were like, shoot her. And she was like, ah! She just dropped the remote and ran.
Yeah, that's basically exactly the same as what my wife did. It was so funny, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I will never forget her face when I looked over at her.
Precious moments.
I once trusted my friends with my Sims. It was playing like Sims 3, and my friends and we had like a get together. It was on console, and I was like running like a little Sims, and I decided like, okay, you know what, let's run a house where we're all in the Sims. We're all in the Sims together, and I was running it really good. I got everybody jobs. I got everybody a nice home. I got everybody like all these nice things, and I'm like, okay, I really need to go to the bathroom. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a controller. Just handle it for a while. Oh, that looks really awesome.
Yeah, that's my Chris Redfield cosplay. Slightly unfinished, but mostly intact.
That's perfect. That is great.
Yeah,
you did it good. I love it.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's fine. I leave and I give them the controller. I come back. I'm dead. There's a meteor has struck the house and is burning, and everyone's freaking out. And one of my other friends is dying. And it's like, I did not even leave you that long. What happened?
One of the other precious gaming memories of mine was me and my friends used to get together and have gaming nights, and we would play Perfect Dark on the N64. So my friend would bring his N64 over with his Perfect Dark and 4 controllers, and we'd all play. And we kind of got bored with like the just the regular multiplayer, so we started like adding in like tons and tons of bots and playing with like us versus the bots. And then we made for some reason like we got into this like mindset of doing like this very like structured, organized, like military-esque sort of like system of dealing with all the bots. And like we would like map out the area. We would have like coordinates for each of the spots, and we made all of our characters look like George Lucas, and so we would call each other like one of us would be like George 1, they'd be George 2, George 3, and George 4. And we would just be like George 1 to George 4, like what's your position? George 4 to George 2, like I'm on the tower on Sector 5. And it just became this like fun thing. Like I don't know why it was George Lucas, but like it was just some of the most fun we ever had with that game. It was great.
It was adorable. That's adorable, John. I love it.
Yo, I'm pretty fucked up.
I'm fucked, dude. This blue drink that I've been having, that thing, strong Romulan ale.
This is Captain Morgan's white rum, Caribbean style, and a couple other little things I mixed in there.
1 or 2,
like some Malibu and such, just some stuff for extra flavor.
Yeah,
but yo, it's kicking my little ass. It is fucking me up. I'm like very nice and fucked up right now.
I'm just saying, I know how to mix a drink, and I think I'm gonna go mix one more. So that was super fun about the video game memories. I'm glad I asked. So I'll be right back.
So how's everybody else doing?
Great.
Came back from work, ended early. Now I'm just kind of hoping to spend the next weekend getting some free time drawing.
I worked over today, actually. And then I made a little remake of the comic that people were getting their panties in a twist over. Because, of course, that's what I would do.
Yo, that shit blew up.
It did. It has, like, 12...
No, yeah. Oh, my God. It. Like, I saw it, and I was like, oh! I was like, oh, my God. I was like, holy shit, that's a blow. Like I was really proud of myself because like lately I've been hitting like 1,000 plus on some of my shit, and then I saw that and I was like, oh, she's the queen. We must protect that queen.
Did you see my remake? My comic remake? I'll link it. Oh yeah, you saw me redraw it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like, yo, I love making shit that's so like nuanced and ambiguous because you piss off so many people.
Oh my God, so many clowns. So many
and it's
clowns.
Like some like literally like
the embodiment of the comic.
Like clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. Because it's like, oh wow, that's what you took from it.
I don't even think like it was mostly like definitely left-leaning people that were very left-leaning. Okay, that were most of the clowns, but there were some right-leaning people. Okay, not as many, but there were some right-leaning people that weren't as funny, so I didn't screen cap them. But they were basically saying extreme things of like the left side. They were having like an extreme view of the left side. Does that make sense?
Yes.
They just weren't as funny as the left-leaning people.
I just need to put something in before I forget, because the rule should be the left can't meme, but the right can't SJW.
Yes. Yes. That would complete the meme.
Because that's the meme. Like the right, like when the right comes out on some justice shit, it's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Just sit the fuck down, bro. Like, what are you even saying, dude? Just sit down, bro. Like, you can't even, like, go ahead, say what you want to say. I dare you. Say what you want to say. Yeah, sit down, shut up. Like, sit down, shut up. You want to keep your account, shut up. But yeah, it's always so funny to see who gets pissed off by what you do. Because there's sometimes I'll do stuff and I'll say stuff and I'm like, really? Y'all are pissed off? Like,
yeah, actually,
it was y'all?
I did not even expect, for one, I did not even expect it to blow up. It was pretty, I was like, oh man, I really like this comic. I would like to find the creator because I had trouble like doing the reverse image search. I couldn't find them. So I was like, I'm going to post this comic because I like it. I'm going to let people know, hey, you know, who's the creator? I don't know. And one of my followers might know. So it was just me posting that, wanting to know the creator as well and resonating with it, and not just for like, it wasn't just political. I was like, this just resonates with me because of Twitter, and I've had this over non-political things. Okay, I felt this, you know, so I'm just gonna post that, and that started to blow up. And then I had that one person that immediately was like, the other side are full of racists or whatever they said, and then so I screenshot that because I was like, are you for real? And so I posted that, and then that's the tweet that hit 13K. And then more clowns came out of the woodwork. Oh my god.
Dude, no, because the thing is, clowns, like they they honk the horn. So so the other clowns are like, oh, I hear that.
It's like the horn of Gondor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like they light the torches.
my boyfriend had in
Honk calls for aid.
Like, you have to understand, from here on in, whenever a bunch of like SJWs attack me, that's what I'm gonna think of. Like, they lit the torch, and in every line, like every corner of the kingdom, they're like, oh, we must bring it. Someone disagrees with an opinion. Did he really directly tell a company he disagreed with their LGBT representation? How dare he? He's a
my boyfriend
person.
Came up with like a fun drawing thing. I probably will not have time to do, but he was like, because I said clowns coming out of the woodwork, so he was like, you should have like a forest, and then like not scary clowns, but ridiculous looking clowns just crawling out of it. I'll be like, yeah, that's what it feels like.
No, it's definitely like a struggle session, but these days I feel like they ran out of steam. Like before, I used to get some good tussles with people. Now it's to the point where it's like, I don't know, or maybe I grew up, because I'm definitely young today.
You're 30, right?
32.
32.
30. It's a fun age. It's a fun age. I'm gonna master it. But like, they're so out of steam. Like, they don't even know how to argue with you. Like, it used to be, it took a while to piss them off before they like insulted you. Now it's like the very thing they go to. Oh, you don't want to do this? Die. You know?
Die.
Okay. Like, okay, can I have your account?
That's now it's more like, oh, you don't want to do this? Die. Oh, you do want to do this? Die. They don't seem to really discriminate much. They just want to destroy everything, burn it all down.
Yeah. Oh, die. But I agree with you on this and this and this and that. Oh, that's why you should die more.
Yeah. It's like, because you're a traitor.
You disagreed on the 10. 9 out of 10? Fuck you. 9 out of 10? Fuck you. Fucking asshole.
They don't discriminate either. It'll be babies. It'll be children die.
It's like that tweet. It's like that tweet I sent out for your birthday stream, and then some guy comes on because like I did the picture. I used the picture of Juanpool and Radnev,
right?
And Robbie.
I love that one.
Yeah, dancing.
It was just a fun picture.
Yeah, it was a fun thing. It was just a cute.
It wasn't even like, bro, I can draw way worse than that.
Dude, it's not even overtly sexual. Like,
they're just
it
was cute
and doing a selfie.
Yeah.
It was what I would say normalizing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say? gay.
Oh yeah. So here's the
now he's my picture. Follower. Like he was following me.
Yeah. Like how is that the thing that sets him off? Like Juanpool kissing his boyfriend, canonical boyfriend in the comic. If you buy the comic, you read the comic, you know.
And let me just say,
relationship. It's not a big deal.
And let me just say, every single person that reads the scene absolutely falls in love with it and says yes.
Dude, when we were doing the campaign for the first 2 issues of Juanpool, like we had a trend, like a hashtag trending among the community, like that was gay for Robbie, you know, gay for Robbie. Like people are not against it. Like it's a normalized thing. Like people are not like so like triggered by like a homosexual relationship in a comic book. Like, I mean, I understand it. I understand the dislike for something like Iceman, where it's a character that has been canonically heterosexual and a total womanizer for 30 friggin' years or more. And then all of a sudden they just decide, you're gay now, because like, you know,
because you had thought panels off panel that no one ever saw, but totally happened.
Yeah, exactly. But this is like a brand new character, right? In a brand new universe, established from the very second like it came out as bisexual in a gay relationship. Like, what is it? Like the 7th page? We introduced Robbie and the fact that they're in a relationship together. Like, this isn't news. This isn't like a shocking revelation, you know?
No, and it was treated
as completely normal. Like,
and moreover, like Robbie wasn't angry. He didn't do some cliche shit. He didn't like quote some kind of buzzword. He was genuinely happy that his boyfriend was okay.
Yeah.
Because he had been waiting to see him wake up for a while. And as we can see from the 2nd issue in the flashback, he had been there the longest.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like when you find out that your significant other is in the hospital, like you're automatically your first, you know.
That's it. And he got in trouble.
It's going to be like you're worried about them.
And to the point, once again, it's also revealed he got in trouble for doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's normal. Like, these people are all
like who hasn't been there? I'm sorry, sir, but like, I had to go.
So like, this is the tweet here, right? And I just say, oh, Science Comics birthday stream tonight. Big ol' happy birthday to my excellent friend Troy Torres, 9 p.m. EST. Here's the link to the stream. And this guy, he just goes, gay. and then the Science Wizard official account is just like, Radnem is straight, Juan is bisexual, Robbie is gay. And everyone is hashtag gay for Robbie, you know?
Because it's true.
Yeah, a call back to the trending tag that we had when we were launching the Indiegogo campaign. And then he's just like, sounds rapey. What?
Yeah, that was the weird thing. So I even muted this account because I'm like, saying gay or whatever, I don't know if he's like making a joke or something. But then he was like, he got to the sounds rapey part, and I was like, oh no, bro. Like, no.
Like, that's a bridge too far. Like,
right? That's like a boy bye. Yeah. I blocked him. I'm going to unblock him so I'm no longer being followed by him. But it's like, and it happens a lot because I'll make comics that appeal to certain people and they'll flock to me. And it's like, bro, we're not on the same side. And you have to understand who it is you just followed.
Right. And I mean, my thing is just like, dude, like, get therapy. Because like, seriously, if that's your first thought when you see something like that, yeah, you need it.
But like I said, it was like someone knew. If you look at the profile, it was like, it's a profile started this month. It's probably a sock.
Here,
I don't mind letting them go. That's not the people you want around you.
Right, absolutely.
This is the
Arno is like rape me. I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's bizarre. It's absolutely utterly absurd to come to that conclusion from a picture of somebody kissing their boyfriend in a club, while taking a selfie. And it is Juanpool and canonical boyfriend
and
not characters who aren't
not at all fucking graphic.
Not even remotely.
And I can see that because I do draw graphic.
I could show some graphic, but I think YouTube would not be happy about
No,
that.
they would not be happy.
I was like, oh, are we going to start showing graphic? I got excited.
No.
I was
like, oh man, I'm going to bring up some of my art, guys. I got it.
No.
But if anybody does want to see the graphic stuff, you can head on over to Twitter and visit SWC After Dark. that's got the goods if you want to see it, And I'm not gay. I'm not even bisexual. I'm a completely heterosexual male. But I don't get bent out of shape if somebody draws a gay character. Ooh, I'm so scared. It's ridiculous. Get over yourself. Come on, man.
And one of my characters, one of my main characters for my comic is bisexual. So
I didn't even know that.
There you go.
To me. Why aren't
her entire race? Her entire race is bisexual.
Oh, let me find out. It is who I think it is.
Huh?
Oh.
He loves that character. I bet he knows.
I love that character. I love that character.
Yes, I do.
You know who else is like sci-fi? Erica.
Hey, come on, man! I'm the owner and operator of Science System Comics. You can't leave me in the dark here. Give me a little bit
Astra.
Yeah, it's Astra.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
In her whole race's biography thing, they're all bisexual.
Oh, that's awesome.
Noise.
I think I wrote it somewhere. Let me try to find.
Nice. It's fucking great, man.
We don't leave anything off the table with Science Wizard. We just want to entertain. It's just hey man, if we think this is entertaining, chances are somebody else out there is gonna
entertainment is sadly missing, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
That's why it sucks. And I have to say, as an artist, I wish I could entertain more, but the shit that really pops off is the culture war political shit.
Yeah.
That's where you get your success, when you piss off people at a culture war and political level.
Unfortunately,
I think I'm pretty good at it. I don't even try anymore.
See,
I do it because it's I'm just trying to get more people to see my art.
Well, no, I think you've got a pretty solid story to tell too, and you've got
but you know what I mean. If you look at my mini comics, you can always tell that Marley got an idea that morning and was let's piss people off. Right now, I always know I'm gonna have a hit if someone's Happy Latinx Day, and I'm no, this is the Latinx, and I put Mega Latinx.
Dude, I'm not even remotely related to anything Hispanic or Latin, and I find that extremely offensive.
I hate that
when they
word.
use that. It's
I
so
hate that word.
It's so.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have to understand. Latinxes do exist.
Latinx.
No, there are actual Hispanics that like it and want it. And I can't stand them. And I
always see majority of Hispanic people.
Oh, of course,
telling people to stop.
Over 80%, but you're still talking about your 5 to 10% are Latinxes.
Yeah.
Just like
if how they're really pronouncing it, I've never heard it pronounced.
I say Latinx in English because what am I gonna say? Latinx? Latinx. Los Latinxes.
If there was Latinxes. If there was a space between the Latin
you can't
and the
even
X,
say
you could call it Latinx, but they're always together.
Yeah, it's together. So I don't know how to pronounce it. I've never even tried. I was like, I can't pronounce it.
The thing is, you would have to destroy the entire language because the entire language is gendered.
Okay. All right. I gotta interject for a second here. I gotta talk about something real important. It's super serial. We got Humble Marty in the chat, and we have not said a welcome to our good friend and wonderful person who we all love dearly from the bottom of our hearts, Humble Marty. We love you, Humble Marty. Thank you for joining us tonight, Humble Marty, to celebrate Troy's birthday. We love you. Humble Marty. She's one of our favorites.
Troy's gushing.
Thank you.
I just had to call it out. I'm sorry. She's been in the chat for a while, and we haven't given her some props.
Yes, Arno. I'm sorry. Arno is correct. Latinx is. Oh, it's so infuriating. No, it really is because it's like,
dude.
And you guys, you know me. I might joke around a lot because I'm not that kind of person. But it's like, yo, that's really some white people shit, and white people need to back off that shit.
For real.
My favorite response is, I'd rather be just called a slur at this point. Just do that.
Call me the 4-letter S word. I like that word.
What's the word for?
I'm not gonna say it so that the stream can't get in trouble.
Oh, I think I just figured it out. I had to.
The 4-level word. Spanish people in control.
Is that what it stands for?
No, but that's
See, my sister and I still understand it.
We were super cool.
The only place I've ever heard that word used is the NoFX album.
The thing is with Hispanics, it's hard to offend us. We're a hearty folk.
No, I agree. It's like my sister and I
we have so much beef with each other because that's another thing. Hispanics aren't a monolith. So there's we have plenty of problems, and I'm not saying I have a problem with anybody, but it's to an extent of all the different cultures of Latino / Hispanic. No, we're not a monolith, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we love to hate our neighbors.
Yeah, the only experience I have with that slur at all is the NoFX album "White Trash, 2 Hebes, and a Bean." So I thought that was in there. I was wrong. Is it the bean? Is that also a Hispanic slur? I don't even know, man. I can't even keep up with that stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't get offended by someone calling me a beaner because I listened to that one song from Molotov. That's one of my favorite songs.
Molotov. You'll have to hit me with a link at some point. Semicolon. I want to check it out. I love hearing new music.
Yeah, I like new music.
Yeah, my little brother is in a NoFX cover band, so he's cool. You've probably seen pictures of him on the Twitter from my wedding. He's the guy with the mutton chops. He's got the big mutton chops and the.
I'll just post it onto the.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. But yeah, they're band. They do NoFX covers, Bloodhound Gang covers, and then a couple of original songs. So
Arno brings up look at Cubans and Colombians as seen in Scarface. You know who else has a petty beef? Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, which is stupid because we have the most in common. We're so similar. It's stupid. But yeah, Hispanics are not a monolith.
From what my dad puts it, Guatemalans and El Salvadorians hate each other, but we both hate Mexicans. But this is how my dad says it.
Oh, it's totally true. And like Colombians hate everybody because Colombians think they're better than everyone else.
I've still never.
I'm gonna get mad flack. I'll probably might get flack.
I've still never seen Scarface. Is that a bad thing?
No, I mean, who cares?
It's all Hollywood trash.
In my opinion, I thought it was over. I mean, it's just another movie. I don't know. It was like a good movie. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good movie, but it's not one of those that I was like falling over for. But like, I think it's because I was like the nerd in the hood.
Yeah.
So my friends had Scarface posters. I had Darth Vader posters. Because it was like, fuck Scarface, bro. Like Darth Vader would just like throw his saber.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like cut everybody.
I've seen The Godfather, but like the only thing I've ever seen from Scarface is just the say hello to my little friend.
No, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. But I don't know. It was never one of those like, oh, this is the gospel according to the hood.
Right.
As it's typically like portrayed.
You know what movie was really funny is Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Dude, no, that movie was so funny.
You can't make shit like that now.
Oh god, dude, you couldn't even make Half Baked anymore.
No.
But like
you couldn't do How High. You couldn't do any of that shit. That's why like the most recent How High was like Lil Yachty and some other dude I never heard of.
Who the fuck is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh,
that's ridiculous.
He's someone who's a rapper,
I guess. But like when I was going to get a drink, my wife, who still hasn't even seen Don't Drink Your Juice in South Central. Wait, where was it again? Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. I'm drunk, guys. I've had like 3 Romulan ales, and those things will fuck you up. But she made the joke while I was out there, and she was just like, "I got these cheeseburgers, man," and she hasn't even seen it, but I keep making the joke. I got these cheeseburgers, man.
Bro, Don't Be a Menace was a great movie. The Wayans brothers. The Wayans brothers were geniuses.
They used to be so funny, and I love how like his dad is like 2 years younger.
But he was like, he had to tuck his dad in before he went to the party. Oh my god, he told his dad the bedtime story, and his dad beat it off. I remember, that was such a funny scene. I was like,
that was such a funny movie.
Why is he like the little? Why is he the little? No, why is he the little what?
I just love the shape that guy has when he's asking, "You got these cheese?"
Nah, the whole movie.
And then he comes out and he's like zipping up his pants.
Dude, it was just everything about those movies was great. Like, you remember in Living Color, right?
Dude, I grew up on Living Color. I was like 10 years old. We had this shitty old satellite, and the only channel that came in with any like message. The only channel that came in with any clarity was FX, and they had In Living Color and a couple other shows that probably nobody has ever heard of other than me. But oh man, I loved In Living Color, like Handyman with Damon Wayans.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Never underestimate the power of the handicap. Yes, that was a great one.
That movie deserves 3 snaps in a circle.
No, 3 snaps in a Z formation. 3 snaps in a Z formation. Let's go, baby. Yes. Let's go. Oh boy, dude, bye. You leave that to me.
Dude, In Living Color was my favorite show in the entire universe.
It's raining, man. Hallelujah, it's raining, man. Dude,
the Homeboy Shopping Network. What's that number again?
More money. Let's go. Yo, right now we got some stuff, but if you come through, we'll throw it in the car. Yo, that was great shit. Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something.
And I'm here to teach you how to do martial arts. Vera Milo, come on.
Yo, I am not gonna speak. I am not gonna say what I almost said.
Why? What?
I'm not gonna say it. You know what I want to say, and I'm not gonna say it.
You want to say it? Say it.
Yo, that's some Superman shit. That shit came true. That shit came to life. Look at the last Olympics. Yo, fam, look at the last Olympics. I can't hold back. I'm sorry. I'm in a wig and I'm wearing thongs. I can't hold back. All right. So you can't say nothing about me. But like, I'm just saying, fam, it came true. What's that in the front? It's where I hold my chewing tobacco. Yeah, all right. I said it. Whatever.
Oh my God!
All
this talk about In Living Color, and we haven't even talked about the kitchen.
God.
Huh?
What?
I was talking to my boyfriend. He was like, "Where's the glue?" And I was like, "Did you check the junk drawer in the kitchen?" He's like, "There's a junk drawer in the kitchen."
Lady Caitlin's too young to understand these references. Okay, Lady Caitlin.
No.
I'm telling you right now. Go look up In Living Color. All right. Start from season 1 if you gotta download it on Pirate Bay. I don't care. You gotta watch that. It is gold. It is genius. David Alan Grier, Damon Wayans, Jim Carrey. It's like their first show that they were on. It was a sketch comedy show like Mad TV.
So many people blew up off of that.
Oh my God. Like everybody.
J-Lo was a fly girl. J-Lo was a fly girl.
Jennifer Lopez was one of the dancers on that show. Like this show blew up so many different careers in Hollywood. You don't even know. It is the funniest shit there is.
Usher did his first televised performance on the show. I saw it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, I can't remember absolutely everything that went on.
No, I have honestly, I brought this up earlier today in a tweet. Like, I actually have a super photogenic memory. Nice. Like, I remember all the way back. My earliest memory is my mom holding me like this and me looking up at her neck in point of view of an infinite.
My earliest
because I remember like a close-up of the texture of her neck as if it would be that giant to me as a human. That's my earliest memory. Like I have a clear memory of kindergarten.
My earliest memory was when I was 3 years old and I was watching E.T. with my dad, and my dad was sitting on a chair and I was hiding under the coffee table and like holding onto his leg because that movie terrified me. I was 3 years old. Of course that movie would terrify me at 3 years old.
And like, you know, remember I'm way younger than you because I'm way younger than you. But I remember watching it, but I definitely watched it in the movie theater, even though like that's like some kind of paradox. But like they had to take me out because I couldn't take it. Like I couldn't take it. They had to take me out.
It was a terrifying movie.
That movie was absolutely terrifying. E.T. was the scariest fucking shit I ever saw.
Same.
I wasn't scared at all.
No, E.T. was absolutely horrifying.
Finally vindicated.
Okay. I was way used to actual scary stuff. My mom would along with like the video game stuff, horror movies I was watching as a very little kid.
No.
Freaking watching Hellraiser. How are you afraid of E.T.?
Because whenever you used that kind of like practical effects, it was always for a fucking monster.
Yes. Dude, when I was watching E.T., like I was like
terrifying.
Dude, when I was watching
its fucking neck. Its neck got long.
Super long. I thought it was gonna eat those kids. God damn.
Oh my God. Oh, and it was like E.T. I don't like that be away. His fingers lit up. What if he touches you? What if he fucking touches you with it?
Dude.
Oh my God! Oh, remember when the FBI got him? Who's like,
you got all white and pale and
wait.
Troy and Josh would freaking give up ET like right away.
No, fuck that.
I'd be like, there he is.
I would be like, that's the thing that touched me.
Kill it.
Like, no. In the final scene, like the FBI seized it, and like it turned like pale white, and it was dying, and like
Ashy Larry.
That was the end. I've never seen what happened after that shit.
Dude, I saw the whole thing when I was 3 years old, but I was like terrified the whole time, like holding on to my dad's leg underneath the coffee
I can't even. Like, I was watching Chucky and Hellraiser. There's no way that E.T. was scary at all.
Dude, it was terrifying.
It was disgustingly scary.
Dude, put yourself in the in the shoes of a child, like watching that shit. It was dark. It was
that shit.
Myself in the shoes. I wasn't
hiding in the fucking closet.
Do you know how bad E.T. was? E.T. was so bad. E.T. was so bad. Drew Barrymore went on to be a whore.
He's not wrong though. He's serious. I'm telling you. But like
that shit was scary.
Dude, did you ever hear that what Steven Spielberg's like plans were for a sequel? It was fucked up, dude. Dude, the E.T.
Wasn't it like they came back?
No, dude. There was like two different factions of the E.T. aliens. There was like the good ones, like E.T., and then there was the
in the
evil
Republic.
ones.
Wait.
Evil ones, like the predators, like the predators.
But can we remember
predators and the good predators?
Can we remember the good ones were part of the Republic?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They were in the Senate in Star Wars.
Yeah, they were in the Senate in Star Wars. Okay,
and then they were like, yeah, Darth Biden, Sidious, yeah, let's give him emergency powers.
You can definitely tell who in the stream is more drunk than the others. Right now.
The people freaking out over E.T.
I am incapable of being drunk.
E.T. was no fucking joke.
No, it was terrible. Dude, at the same, like, when I was 10...
I'm being dead serious.
No, I'm telling you, I'm serious
that's
too.
What's funny.
When I was 10 years old...
I can't even.
When I was 10 years
old...
Look
what it did to me. Look what it did to me.
You're wearing the same wig E.T. had.
It was all because of E.T.
You're wearing E.T.
Okay.
You had a blonde
Look what it did to me. Look what it did to me. I was a boy.
Took its wig.
I went into that movie a boy. I don't know what I left.
Dude, when I was 10 years old, I was watching Aliens, Predator, Gremlins, Tremors, all sorts of monster movies, and I was just like, this is cool. But then, like, if you even brought up the subject of ET, I was just like,
no, leave me alone.
No.
I can't even. It's such a family film. It wasn't scary at all.
What? The FBI was involved.
Yeah, Fitz family.
No,
yeah, but they didn't have guns. So.
The FBI were the bad guys. That was clearly meant for the American.
And he recognized Yoda. He recognized Yoda. Bro, this is some shit.
Yeah, but the FBI didn't have any guns. They had walkie-talkies.
Don't even get me started on that fucking revisionist bullshit history.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never watched that.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I never watched it outside of the theater.
I only watched the OG.
I never watched it again. I'm telling you, I've never seen E.T. ever again in the entirety of my life. I have no interest. I'm not going to fucking watch it. I don't let my daughter watch it. I'll never bring it up. That is an ugly, disgusting thing. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it.
I think here's the thing. I gotta interject here, Troy. I gotta interject because here's the thing. Okay, I was exactly the same. I was terrified of ET, and then I revisited the movie when I was 17 years old. I rewatched ET at 17, and then I realized, why the fuck was I afraid
of an
asthmatic retard?
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch that to know. I know why I was afraid. I was a little boy, and they said it was meant for me. Fuck them.
If I was we were talking about siblings. Or if I was your sibling, I would have saved my money. I would have bought an ET doll, and I would have hid it in your room.
Oh, you evil bitch!
That's stuff I'd pull on my sister.
That would fuck me up for life. You don't even know. You don't even know if that was 5 years old.
I hit even better. I had the type of big brother that broke my bones and made me fight the other neighborhood kids my age, like normal big brothers.
So, Lady Caitlin says, "ET watch party."
Yo, I'm not watching that shit. I have no wants or needs to watch ET.
Oh, I am the biggest Hispanic thug there is. I know what
you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go SJW. I'm gonna say that was a racist portrayal of a person of color. E.T. was Asian.
Asian? What? He had huge eyes.
I mean, I can't say black. I can't say black, right?
For one, I think if E.T. was anything, he was definitely Hispanic. He came in.
What?
He came in across the border illegally. He was closing. The FBI was chasing him.
Okay, you know what? You're right. You are right.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not even mad. I'm mad at myself. I thought Asian because he was smart. But he was clearly that one cousin that was like, basically, I need to tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, he crossed the border.
See?
He was a dreamer.
Yeah, but ultimately he got deported.
Oh
no, he didn't get deported, but he did run back home.
Yeah, he had to.
Like, fuck this shit.
He had to get DoorDash. He had to get food and then come back.
Oh, my face is hurting from laughing so much. Fuck you guys.
I'm telling you, I'm starting to get fucked up. Like, I'm fucked up.
Oh, dude, I've been fucked up for at least an hour.
No, but I've been fucked up for a bit, but now I'm silly fucked up. I'm silly fucked up.
I'm like this now, so I don't know if I was drunk. I don't know. I don't know.
Arno wants to clip this stream real bad.
Listen on YouTube, just download it from there.
Yeah, man. Once the stream is done.
Josh.
Yeah.
Download the video.
Okay.
Make clips of certain parts.
Okay.
Put them as individual videos to the SWC.
All right.
Oh my God, yes.
I'll do that.
Perfect.
This should be fun. we had a
that's literally how you grow a channel.
Right.
Yes.
Well, we do want to grow, so I think we've had some good fun on here so far.
I'm telling you, if us three had a reaction channel,
dude, if the three of us had a reaction channel, it'd be game over. We'd win the internet.
I would. If we had a reaction channel, we could watch ET next.
I don't know. I gotta say though, if you, I would totally be on a reaction channel or whatever, but you guys are gonna be like, I just gotta warn it would not be PC. It would not. It would come out 100%. It would not be PC at all.
Why would you need to warn us?
No. Just in case you guys are like, oh, YouTube and monetization. I'm like, I think you're gonna lose it.
No, the thing is, what we would do is pick a night, watch something together, react to it, record it, edit everything, and make a 15-minute video. And then on the Patreon,
you got the whole thing. Yeah, boy.
They could hear, us really get raw.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That would be perfect.
I'm telling you, that's what we need to do as SWC. We'd be lit.
I think Arnold Lopez has the right idea. He says, dude, content warning, retardation and fun. We could call it just RAF. We're just rapping.
No. Content warning. We're regular people.
we're normal people, not completely brainwashed by social political politics.
Oh my god! Can I say something? I tattooed. What?
You threw him off. You had to backtrack there. He was like,
yo, I tattooed one of my like long-standing clients, and I'm talking about like I've been tattooing this person for so long that the first time I tattooed them, I was a straight married man.
How times change.
Yo, like this last time they just came in for a tattoo. They're trans. I didn't even know.
You didn't even know?
I didn't even know.
Oh man. Oh.
They must pass really good.
They just like threw it out there, and I was like, what the fuck? Because they started talking to me like, oh wow, like I'm glad the way you're dressing and acting and all this shit. And like it just went there, and I was like, are you fucking serious? I thought you was to check. Bruh. So good for her.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No, yeah.
I mean,
that's the dream.
Yo, but then we had a really fun conversation. And that's what I always say to people. Don't give up too much hope. In real life, people are not Twitter.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, no. Most people aren't even, a majority of people aren't even on Twitter or on social media.
Sometimes I bring things up to people and they're like, what's that?
Yeah. Twitter is a microcosm.
And I have to explain everything, be like, all right, so people hate each other, right?
Well, when I talk to people on like even Facebook, like Twitter is looked down upon as the absolute bottom of the barrel garbage.
Oh, we're atrocious. Yo, Twitter is atrocious, but that's why I thrive, because I
like to catch the friggin' scum and the bottom of the barrel, like friggin' stuff that's stuck to the trash can. You don't know what it is anymore. I like to catch that shit in 4K.
Well, me and my wife are absolute connoisseurs of cringe. Like I don't know what it is. Like it enrages us, but at the same time, it like entertains us to no end.
Oh, me and my boyfriend will watch cringe compilations together, and just our face is just like morphed the whole time in that cringe face. Like
I gotta ask, are you guys familiar with I Hypocrite's You Can't Stop Progress series?
No.
I've heard of Hypocrite, but I don't know what series that is. No.
All right, he actually makes a really good cringe compilation called You Can't Stop Progress. He uploads it on Odyssey.com, and it's me and my wife look forward to it like every week, like every Sunday at like 11 o'clock at night. It's just like, okay, it's time to get our cringe on, and we just get like.
You'll have to link me because me and my boyfriend love watching cringe videos.
All right, I'll send you guys some links in the SWC chat when we're done here. But we look forward to it every night because it's just it's just edited like one cringe thing after another, and sometimes he'll like kind of intersplice like one longer cringe thing in between all the other cringe elements, and it's just like it's so entertaining and so infuriating. If you like cringe, this is like the place to be. So but the only other thing is that he's also like super right-wing Puritan, so he also includes like a lot of like sexual stuff in the cringe, so it's like stuff that doesn't bother us, that's just happens to be sexual, like he'll put that in there as like part of the cringe compilation. And like like you can always tell like he has this extreme bias towards that, but like the rest of it is great. It's good stuff. But he's a total Puritan.
Hey, so Arno Lopez wants to know our Twitter handles so he could follow us.
Yeah, absolutely. How dare you not follow Narwhal, Arno? How dare you? Narwhal is at Unvarnished Void.
It's all spelled out correctly.
And Semi. He wants to know semis.
Oh, it's It's I of semicolon. All
bam.
one word.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
It's all right
all
there.
Hail, dearest leader. Oh, I almost did a bad
thing. Maybe we could come up with like our own symbol, like that. It's like a W, kind of like that W in SWC.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Oh, hail the dearest leader.
All hail, dearest leader. Wow, I went
now.
like
We're
full
a cult.
blown.
And that's our leader.
No, but the thing is, it's like that shit's supposed to be funny.
Yes, it is. It's ridiculous and it's stupid and it's history. Like, we can't make fun of history now. We can't make fun of the bad guys.
Like, really?
Hitler also did not like it when people made fun of Hitler and Nazis. I'm just pointing that out.
Lady Caitlin says, cult time? Heck yeah. Oh, hell.
Yes. Our cult's really great.
Zoltan.
We don't serve Kool-Aid, though.
Can we drink grape Kool-Aid?
Oh shit! Oh,
we'll have. No, this is a high class cult. We get Welch's grape juice.
You Narwhal. We got grape drank up in this bitch.
Yo, we need some grape drank up in
You know what I'm saying?
I am friggin' posh and high class and high maintenance. I need my Welch's grape juice.
Okay. All right. I'll meet you in the middle. Grape soda.
Okay. Oh my God, yes.
What's up?
Okay, Fanta? That's our official drink.
Secretly, I wanted grape soda right from the beginning.
Fanta grape soda?
I mean, Fanta's okay, but I prefer Crush.
I like Crush's grape better too. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, bro. The Crushes have it.
That's because you don't like Brazilians.
All hail.
Yeah, see me doing it, but I did it. And he was like,
I gotta go get another drink. All right.
No, honestly, what we need to do, we need to take this show on the road. We really need to do more with this team up because, after a while, you know me. Once you guys are brave, then I'm brave, and when I'm brave, I go full. Bro, I really just made that symbol. I really just did that. That came from instinct, and I love it. Yes. Because people are so brainwashed into I don't know if it's me, but I noticed that most people don't buy into that shit. They're just afraid that their friends buy into that shot. So it's not that they're like, oh, I think that's bad and I shouldn't do it. It's like, oh, fuck, Becky, totally is always don't do that. I mean, I don't know. I tattoo a lot of people, and in their pain, people get honest.
You were saying something about that earlier at some point, too. A couple of weeks ago, I feel like. You were saying something about that, how honest people get. I have always been this open and upfront. This is who I am. My friends, I've always formed friends around that. And if I would have my opinion, I've always been an opinionated person. I'm not going to have your opinion. And if you don't like my opinion, you don't want to be part of my friend group, whatever, it's not a big loss to me. I would just have another friend. So it was whatever. I didn't care. And there were people like that in school, oh, you like that thing, or you're into that. And it'd be yeah, so what, bitch?
I don't know. I really grew up in a simple time where everybody liked the same shit. So everybody came in, everybody liked sports, comic books. I don't know. It was weird.
I didn't
only the most extreme in anything really got it. So when I was in middle school, everybody kind of liked a little bit of everything. But then you had the comic nerds that really went out and bought the books. Then you had the sports nuts that really went out and watched every single game. And it was normal. I don't know.
When I was in high school, not one of my years in high school, there was really segregated high school I went to. And when I say segregated, I mean the goth people, there was everybody would sit at different tables. There was the math people, and they were all Asian. It was full of Asian people. the math table was. That they were all in the advanced math class. Okay, I'm just saying it was the most stereotypical.
My valedictorian was Asian.
But my last 3 years in high school, I went to a different high school. It was very mixed. It wasn't so much like that, you know, where people are split. But when I was, I think it was middle school, and there was like we had a class, or we had a table, right? Every class had like 3 tables, I think. Yeah, and then one table had like popular people that sat there, and then one table was split between like, I would say normal people or kind of middle of the road people and like the outcasts sit at like one side of the table, and then the normal people. And then they had like a guys table, okay, where all the guys sit. And the popular people was mostly the popular girls, but there were a few popular guys there, okay, that sat there. And I couldn't sit at the popular girls table. They like shunned me because I liked boy stuff, is what they said. So I was actually kind of shunned, but like I didn't give 2 shits. I sat at the boys table, and I remember sitting down there for the first time, okay, because the normal people table was side of the table was full, and I didn't want to sit with the weirdos. I mean, when I say like outcasts, they were like they were so weird. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. But it wasn't just like, they were creepy, okay? I'm just saying there was 3 of them. There was 3 creepy kids, all right, man? And they weren't like, oh, that's going to be a school shooter. No, it wasn't that kind of creepy. It was like actual legitimate, these are the creepiest kids. Oh my God. All right. So I sat at the boys table, and when I sat there, it's like they were kind of guarded a little bit because a girl was sitting with them. But then I remembered that one of them made some sort, I can't remember the exact joke, but one of them made it a sexual joke, and I laughed. All right. And after that point that I laughed at their joke, they all were at ease. I was one of the boys. I was one of them at that point. And then those were all my friends throughout middle school. I remember that though. It was a fond memory. But see, like I don't give 2 shits about people that don't want to. I'm not going to tailor my taste to fit into you. I can easily find a place where I will fit into with people, and I always did.
I remember in high school there were definitely cliques, but then there was this like homogenous, silent majority of kids that were just like regular.
Yeah, I had that in the last 3 years of my high school was like that, where I had a group of friends and it was really mixed. It was like there were some band geeks, and there was just, you know, we even had like a popular kid that sat with us.
They didn't fit popular. They didn't fit in with their crowd. So they were like, oh, can I sit at your table? And it was like, yeah, bro, we're just fucking talking about shit.
Yeah, it was a lot more mixed of like different people in my last 2 years of high school. But that first year of high school, when I went to that one high school, was so weird. It was in Plano, Texas. I will call out, it was Plano High School. I will call it out. It was so weirdly segregated because, like I said, it was so stereotypical because, like I said, there was the advanced math class, which were all Asians, all right, the entire table. And then it had the ROTC kids that all sat at a table. It had the goth kids that all sat at a table.
Oh my God, it's like a Hollywood movie.
It was like a Hollywood movie. I was so surreal because I'd never been to a school that was that segregated or anything. It even had like, it's a very stereotypical popular clique of people. I'd never seen such stereotypes in my entire life. It was like I walked into like a freaking Hollywood thing. I was going to say this. I was going to say just the last thing. Like, the thing was, though, it's because I wasn't like, I made friends with everybody, you know, a few people from like so I would have to, when I ate lunch, I would sit at different tables. Every day at lunch, it was a different table so that I could sit with my different friends who didn't mix, who sat segregated, and it was like only me.
I actually had a similar situation in that I was a bit of a floater. I kind of like intermingled with like all the different cliques throughout my school, and the biggest the secret that they don't want you to know is that the popular kids are the biggest losers in the whole school. They're the losers, man. They got no personalities, they got no interests, they got no passions. They just kind of like
It's
they just exist and
because you have to remember the equivalency is they had verified check marks.
It was, oh my god, I think it would be like there was the popular kids were oh my god, there was one girl so stereotypical. All right, so she was not good at singing, but she insisted on singing, and it was every day. It was every. I was gonna throw her out the window at some point.
I used to get bullied for singing, but I never sang in school. It was always just like on my way to and from school. And there was this one girl. There was
but you didn't have
always, like, bullying.
You didn't have nice tits.
I got nice tits. What you talking about?
This girl had real nice tits. So she would come into class. Okay, I had class with her, and every morning before class started, she'd sing. And I got stuck in a group project with her and two other guys. I felt like I was in a like when I say like a Hollywood movie, like a Hollywood movie or whatever that you said, like it really felt like I was in one of those like teen movies. I was like, oh my god, how am I here? So I got stuck in a group with her and two other guys. Okay, and the guys spent their time drooling over her, and she was literally the dumbest person I have ever known in real life. Okay, we were doing Romeo and Juliet, and she couldn't pronounce any of the characters' names correctly. Seriously? And it's like, yeah, and this was high school. Okay, so you did Romeo and Juliet has always been a thing.
Dude,
how are you pronouncing it? And how do you not barely know anything about it? She barely knew anything about it. She didn't do any work. She wanted to sing and flirt with the guy, and the guys didn't do any work, right? Because they were like, cute popular girl is over here. Bleh. How am I in this movie right now? So I did all the group project work. I told the teacher I did all the group project work because fuck them people. Okay.
Dude, I got
an A plus surreal.
I got an A+ on Romeo and Juliet. I was playing Mercutio. Yeah. And I got A+ on that shit, man. I killed that.
Yo, Mercutio, probably one of the best Shakespearean characters ever.
Dude, he was fly, dude. He was slick.
He knew what was up. No, not even that. In a deeper way. I feel his character so much these days.
Yeah? I remember
a curse upon both your houses.
Yeah, I remember we were doing the scene. I was paired up with one girl, and we were doing a scene, and we were actually planning to actually like do a kiss on that scene, because we were just like, oh, like, yeah, like a kiss would actually be like a really good way to do this scene. Like I could go in for a kiss on the lips, and then you turn your head and it ends up being like on the cheek or something like that, and that would be kind of like a good way to like show that dynamic between the characters, that like he's interested in her but she's not really interested in him. And then she flaked out in the last minute because she was too shy to do a kiss for like a class project. I was just like, oh, whatever, I don't care. I was a fucking professional. All right.
That reminded me. I got like an A in extra credit and everything for this. There was one time we had to rewrite a Shakespearean play. All right, we had to rewrite it, and then we had to act it out. Okay, and so I had a little group, and I was like, "No, I got this." Okay, but you couldn't have like a lot of props, and it was like a small scene, so it wasn't like the whole thing. And I was like, "Okay, I got to rewrite the Shakespeare play," and I think like. He had like I stuck with the whole doom tragedy thing, and I remember that I killed everybody at the end of it. And so I like rewrote it, killed everybody at the end. So I had like my group members just lying on the ground dead. And one person had to play a vase.
A vase?
It got knocked over and it broke too.
Like a vase?
Yes.
Vase.
It was a tragedy. The vase died as well.
All right. No, I think I kind of had a leg up because I was in the improv team when I was in high school, and I also did like a Peter Pan play on the side, and also like I
Sorry. Sorry.
Yo, fuck you. I was a pirate, bro.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Sure.
I wasn't wearing no tights.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I laughed. I'm like in dickhead mode. I'm sorry.
You fucking asshole. You making fun of me?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Wanna go, bro?
You said Peter Pan, and I was like, yeah, Josh is Peter. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm a dickhead.
Dude,
like I'm your bro who's
I had like
a dickhead.
A 4-inch goattee in grade 10. You think I was Peter Pan? No, I was the pirate, bro.
Hey, I was a Spanish kid. I had a mustache in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Right? I had like the big old mustache.
Was it an actual like, mustache, or was it that little kid almost that might be like a pedo mustache?
No, it was straight. It was like a stash.
Okay.
No, it's funny. I actually started growing chest hair before armpit hair, which was weird, which was really fucking weird. Like it took forever for me to get armpit hair.
I never even paid attention to that stuff. Like I didn't even give a shit.
Well, I cared.
I was like, this is all underneath my clothing anyway.
He was in competition with his brother for ladies, so he cared.
Yeah, like, well, 1, I had my brother's competition. 2, so like I'm 5'3" as a grown up. Okay,
you're one
I was
me.
I was like, as of like the 5th grade, I was a tiny person.
Dude, I was taller than you by the 5th grade.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I was 5'5" by grade 5. That was I always remember that because it was all the 5'5", you know.
Like I was one of the taller boys till about 5th, 6th grade. And then I remember I like came in for school and everyone was like, oh shit. But like I never got too insecure because my voice was deeper than theirs.
I don't have a very deep voice. I'm actually
my voice is really my natural like come on, the sleepy dragon.
Yeah, like no, you got a deep voice, man. Like you're killing it on the voice side of things.
My natural voice is like that's because. And here's the irony, okay? Josh, you have to understand, I'm extremely high on testosterone. I'm a high testosterone man. I'm just feminine, too. But, like, I'm higher on testosterone than every dude on Twitter that tells me I'm, like, not a real man.
I'm telling you this completely honestly. If I had not started working out in college, I'd probably be a soy boy right now.
Oh no, bro. No, I'm fucking jacked, bro. Like as a little dude, like I'm fucking big as shit. You know what I mean? Like that's why I can't even call myself a femboy. Like I'm way too fucking like you know what I mean? Like I'm a fucking man. I can't.
I always like being little, and I don't know. I'm a female here, so I guess I always like being little though, because like one of the things people do is they underestimate you.
Yep.
Yep. So that was always great.
That's what makes you unique, Troy. You got that masculine vibe, and you got that feminine vibe, and you're able to mesh the two perfectly, and that works.
He does.
I love it. I love it. It's extremely unique. It's extremely unique, and you own it, and I love that about you, bro.
Might as well, right?
Right? I mean, be who you are. Fuck what anybody else has to say.
Yeah, no.
I'm so tired of this ridiculous idea that you have to just like pander to everybody because of their feelings. Fuck your feelings.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I don't say it enough. Almost every time you see real men don't do that. Real men are this. It's like, yeah, well, you're not a real man. You just yell about anime and video games on Twitter.
I find like a lot of the people, and like because I've seen people do the you're not like I'm more adult than you with that. Say it's that same mentality. I'm more manly.
Oh yeah,
you're probably not if you're sitting there having to like let everybody on Twitter.com know about it. Nah.
All right, I gotta interject.
You're more. If you have to say, oh, I'm way more manlier than someone like Troy. Yeah, you're probably not.
I gotta say, I'm feeling threatened right now because Arno is an inch taller than me. Fuck you, Arno. You tall motherfucker.
He's a giant.
He's 6'3"?
6'3". What the fuck, man? I'm 6'2".
Damn, you're 6'3".
Troy, remember we combine together.
Yeah.
You know, one of us gets on the top of the other's shoulders, and then we're taller than everybody.
I'm telling you. If we ever have a Science Wizard Comics get together, we're totally doing that in the pool. You and Troy versus me and I don't know, Darren, Kraken. One of them.
Well, like, how deep is your pool? Because I have to be able to breathe.
It's got a deep end and it's got a shallow end. You're good.
No, I'm mad short. I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3".
Bro, you're shorter than my wife.
I'm short. I'll make Troy feel tall because I'm 5'2", so he'll feel taller.
My wife is 5'7".
Yes, I'm 5'2".
I'm 5'11".
Ooh. You're 5'11"?
Yeah.
That's pretty tall.
Oh my god, we could create like a little human ladder of like just tall.
Where were you when they built?
Damn, and Kraken. Kraken's like 6'2", right? Kraken's like 6'2".
Yeah, I think he said he was like 6 foot something. I think he was in the
No, I believe he's just only like 1 inch shorter than you, Josh.
Okay, so we'd be 6'1".
So we really can have a little ladder going.
No, like you and him are like, no, honestly, you and him are like foundation.
I'm gonna have to fight him for supremacy.
Nah, but you're dearest leader.
That's right.
That's it.
Arno's a gentle giant.
I keep wanting to do the other salute. That's fucked up.
Dude, what the fuck?
I don't care. The thing is, it's like I'm a real person in real life.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, like when you actually get into real life with people, when it's offline, like nobody gives a shit about this bullshit.
Like in my real life, every time I do something fucked up and like I'm telling the story with my client and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hell. And they laugh and they're like, yeah, me too. And I'll be like, I know the first person I'm going to talk to in hell. And they're like, who? And I'm like, him. And they're like, why? Because I'm like, bro, they're still talking about you. Like, bro, they haven't stopped talking about you. And it's like jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's jokes.
Oh my god. One time at my work, okay, now I generally try to have like a filter at my old job that I had before. I don't work there anymore, but I used to work at Joann's Fabrics, and I had this guy come in, all right, and he was in a wheelchair. Okay. I think we all know where this is. I did not.
That just tells me he probably already has a good sense of humor.
Yeah. Well, he was in a wheelchair, and he was like, he likes to put like a fabric wrap around like he had like both of his legs were like, he had those kind of fake legs or whatever. And he likes to put like a fabric wrap around like the top or whatever to like, whatever, dress it up. And right. He was like, I was like, what kind of fabric do you want? And he was like, flames. And I was like, oh, so you could go faster? Without missing a beat, though, because like as soon as it came out of my mouth, I wanted to pull it back in because I was like, oh no, I'm at work.
But then he was just like,
yes,
so I can go faster.
Yeah, he was without missing a beat. He was like, yes.
Dude, I was
like, oh my god.
Dude, my little brother got me these stocking stuffers one year, and they were little like lightning bolts that you could like weave into, like they had little holes in them that lined up with your shoe laces, so you could like put them onto your shoelaces and like feed your shoelaces through them, so you had little lightning bolts on your feet. And I was just like, dude, I can't wait to get these on my shoes so I can go faster. It's just fun, man. Like, dude, people are way too sensitive. Like most people, like even disabled people, like they don't give a shit. They're like they're cool people.
Oh my god, do you guys follow Crypt Daddy? I love Crypt
Daddy. I love Crypt Daddy. He's so funny.
I can't. Dude,
Crypt Daddy and
that motherfucker says Ricky Warwick.
Ricky Berwick, they take no prisoners, and I love them.
I love them so much.
I would party with those motherfuckers all day long.
Yo, I've been following Ricky for so fucking long.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, like, he's like 4 years. Such a funny motherfucker.
Right? Dude,
like,
the guy
is just like sometimes he just, I'm not even talking about when he brings up being crippled. Just his random, like, he woke up and he's like, well, let's make some change today.
Yeah. He'll just do something. Dude, that fucking joke that he did the other day, it was like this guy in a wheelchair. He's like, what would you do if I broke into your house? And he like wheels into the house. And it's just got Ricky Berwick on the top of the stairs. And he's just like, well.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's fucking genius, bro. It's genius. It's funny, man.
You know what I mean? It's like you have to own everything.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. You know how I debuted.
Yeah, no, you were.
You know
the
like, exact
gangster thuggin', like you were like hardcore, dude. You're like.
But I still am
king.
But I'm still
No, nothing's changed in that sense. But like you've revealed a little bit more of yourself. You've become a little more open.
Yeah.
But, like some people can't really like
mesh
the two for some reason.
But it's like, isn't it funnier? Me being like a foul-mouthed thug dressed like this.
I love it, honestly. It's my favorite.
See, I kind of wish I had some sort of gimmick, but I'm just like the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Aryan, straight white male.
You're the cult leader.
I thought my Kool-Aid.
No, one of my favorite things I ever saw firsthand on Twitter, someone was arguing with you. And like at a certain point, they were like, "Just say you hate black people," and you're like, "Bro, my wife is black," and like my life shattered. Like I put myself in that person. Like yeah, like you remember Power Rangers?
Yeah.
When the enemy fucked them up, like they had, like fireworks went off on their chest and they jumped around. And they're like, and then they jump. And that's all I can imagine. Because I'm like, yo, this person was like probably like 15 and not fucking and just not fucking ready for this, because in their world they're like, how can a white guy marry a black woman? And it's like, bro, like my wife is black and she's like sitting next to me
because she's fucking cool. She's fucking cool, man.
Like, in fact, I'm not mad at you because I haven't seen my wife laugh this hard.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, you
know what I mean?
Everybody seems to think that like all of my Twitter, shenanigans are hidden from my wife. But like, in all honesty, like anytime I do something on Twitter that I think is funny, like I go to her. And I like immediately go to her. I'm just like, yo, check out what I just said to this fucking retard.
Because that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I share my stuff. I share my stuff with my boyfriend when I find them funny. I do. I'm like, look at this. Look at this fucking idiot.
I can only imagine the look on his face, like, really, babe?
I'll show him my memes. I show him my memes. I show him my shit posting. I show him the dumb people that I see, and he's just like,
yo, you guys want to laugh?
Yes.
I legitimately impress men and women with like Twitter shit. I'll be like, look, they gave me like 1,000 likes on that. And it works. It actually works. Like some people are like so into like social media.
Dude, like,
oh my god, when I went to
it's so funny. It's so funny how like some people like have this entirely racial idea of like dating and relationships and whatnot. Man, like when I was growing up, like I didn't give one good goddamn what a woman looked like skin color wise. Like Asian,
bro, you want to hear something innocent?
African, I didn't care. Are they cool? Are they a
Do you
good
want to hear something like super innocent?
What are their tits like?
When I was a little boy, I thought like when I was
Mark,
a little boy,
I love you.
I thought everybody was Spanish. Because in my family, like there was black people, white people, mixed people, this people, Asian looking people, like that look. So to me, I just thought some people knew Spanish and some people didn't. No, I'm dead serious.
That's so
that
cute,
that was my understanding of humanity till I was about like 5.
I mean, I grew up watching like all kinds of movies from all over the place, and like I grew up watching In Living Colors, so like I was seeing like black women all over all the time. So I was just like, yeah, black women are hot. I don't give a shit. Like,
nah, bro.
You know,
I did not know racism.
Okay, racism didn't exist.
But the thing is,
until it
was I feel like it did, but it was like lesser.
It did, but it was a different thing than what it is now.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah.
I'm telling you, racism does not exist until somebody teaches it to you.
No. Racism exists. No, racism existed then, like it does now. You will always have racist people.
Yes, you will.
That is
that much. Yes,
I think
but
I was talking to somebody.
I mean, like,
why can't we get rid of racists? Then I was like, bro, people are gonna hate things.
Because you just can't. That's human.
That's it's human to hate things like, for whatever reason.
But I'm talking about like if you never had anybody talk to you about race ever at all. Like if nobody ever talked to you about black people this or Hispanic people that or blah 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 this, like people would just meet people. They get along with people and they would like people. But that was my experience.
You want to know what happened to my daughter? You want to know what happened to my daughter? And my daughter was like drawing people. Okay. Like she was probably like maybe around 7-ish. All right. And she was like 6 or 7. Okay. Cause she just went to school and it was either her first or second year of school. And she was drawing people, just a bunch of different people, and she was just had happy people or whatever that she was drawing in school. And somebody called her racist.
What?
And this, I don't understand. Somebody called her racist because she had black people and white people on the page, and she just had a bunch of different. She was using all the different like browns and tans and everything for all the different people she was drawing, and she actually got called racist by another kid. All right. I think the kid like didn't even know. And then she had to come home and ask me, what is racist? What does that mean? She didn't know what the word meant. So I had to at age like around 7 or whatever, 6 or 7, explain to her what racist was and what racism was. She had no idea.
Okay, I got to tell you, I didn't even understand the concept of racism until college. Literally, I didn't. It never came up in my household. We never talked about race, ever. I grew up watching In Living Color, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Meteor Man, and Blank Man were 2 of my favorite movies growing up. And it was just like, these are people. These are people just like me and you. We never talked about it. We never thought about it. It just was. And I grew up in a town where it was like 99.9% white people. We had like 1 Asian family, 1 black family. And when I was in high school, there was like 1 black kid. One solitary black kid in the entire high school. And you know what that kid was treated like? A fucking celebrity. Because he was like different and interesting, and people wanted to know him and get to know him and be friends with him, and people were like crawling over like hand and foot to get to know him and be friends with him. The whole racist paradigm, this idea of racism, is a fantasy. It doesn't exist until somebody teaches you, until somebody tells you or like brainwashes you to think that people are bad or different or less than or greater than because of their skin color or race or whatever. It's nonsense. I didn't even have a concept of the idea of racism until I hit college because it was just never a factor. I grew up with it. People of all kinds of races and on my TV, you know, and I was just like, okay, these are people. And they happen to be darker than me. I was just like, maybe they just have a deep tan. I don't give a shit. Nobody gave a shit until, and it wasn't even until like after college when all of this social justice garbage started coming up and gumming up the works and trying to like divide everybody. Everybody was cool with one another. I had black friends, I had Asian friends, I had Hispanic friends, I had Indian friends from all over the world, from all different cultures, and we just got along and we hung out, we shot the shit and we made jokes, and it was fun. I had a German exchange student that was rooming with my parents, and like them coming to Canada was the first time they were able to joke about, you know, like Nazi Germany and the Holocaust and all of that stuff, because they would actually get prosecuted if they just dared to joke about Nazis. Yeah, that makes sense. Joking about the bad guys, making the bad guys the butt of the joke, and you're going to get in trouble for that? Fucking ridiculous. Sorry for my tangent. That issue has always bothered me because it was never a factor in my life for the longest time. For the longest period of my life, it never factored into anything that I ever thought until after college.
I'm not.
The thing I discovered when I first went to college is that flat earthers were actually real. I thought it was like a joke or something, and then my college professor was like, "No, it's real. They have, they're online. They have actually, people really do believe this." And I was mind blown. That was my mind blown college moment.
Right.
Like I could not get over it. He even like showed me like they had a website. And I even like I went home. I got on the website. I was like, "What is it?" I thought.
Right? It's such a baffling idea to me. Like I was just like, what? Like why? Like Damon Wayans is hilarious. I love him. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Like, why would anybody?
I'll be honest. I will be honest. I have faced racism in my life.
So have I.
I have too. I totally have.
I think everybody has.
No. But like, you know, the one they talk about. You know what I mean? Like I'm a person of color and white people held me back. I don't know why people make a big deal out of racists. It is what it is scenario. Oh, I couldn't get by that guy. Why? He was fucking racist. Move on.
Yeah. I've met 2 racists.
That's it.
2.
But I will also say I've met racists of every kind you can think of.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like in
like
real
even
life,
within Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My stepdad said that like when he was younger, he was super, because like everybody was, he was saying, because like he's Hispanic. He's his parents came from Mexico, so he would be, and he was born in America, so he'd be the first generation. And he said like everybody was racist against, like especially against like white people and stuff. And he's like I used to be really racist against white people.
Me too. Oh, me too. For a grip.
How dare you?
Because they get in your head, bro. They get in your head.
No, they do.
Yeah, well, because you got other people telling you that, you know, white people are terrible. They're the ones that are keeping you back, and then you're like grow up being told that.
Yeah, well, I'm in Canada, and for me, like I've only ever met 2 racists, like 2 people that were so overtly racist that I was like in that moment, and I was like, wow, that chick is racist. Both of them were women. One was a really old woman, and it was at a gas station. I was on my way to work, and I was in a rush, and I was in line, and then this like young black woman like cut all the way to the front of the line. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna be late for work, so I really gotta like, I gotta cut in line, or else I'm gonna be late." I'm like, what the hell? We're all late. We're all in line. We're all waiting. Like, what makes you so special? And I'm just sitting there like, well, what the fuck, bitch? But like then this lady behind me, this old lady, is like, she's like effing like N-word, blah blah blah. And I turn to the old lady, I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, she's a bitch, yeah, because she's cutting, but like it's got nothing to do with her race. It's got everything to do with her being an asshole. You know?
There was this when I back when I lived at the apartment, there was this one lady that lived there, and she had a kid, you know, because the bus stop or whatever. That's how I met her. And I was walking back with her one time to from the bus stop, okay, and I didn't know she was racist until this moment, and I don't know why she thought I'd be okay with this. But so we were walking back, and I can't remember what exactly she commented. I think I was really shocked she even said anything, but that we had like the Hispanic people working on the outside of the apartment buildings, and she said something racist about it. And I wish I could remember what. It's been a few years now, you know. And I just remember like being shocked that she even said it, that I didn't say anything. I just kind of like,
it is shocking.
It was shocking, and I just kind of like
so
turned
uncommon that you can't help but be shocked.
like that was the end of the conversation. I don't know if she got anything from that, but I kind of just turned away and walked to my apartment. Like, we are not walking together anymore.
I remember.
And then the other thing that she did that was really racist. Okay, because at this point I started to let my daughter had gotten a little bit older. I started letting her go to the bus stop by herself. Okay, but this girl, she had a younger kid, so she was still going to the bus stop with her younger kid. And so my daughter came back home one day, and she was like, "Oh, that one lady, she went up to the black kid today." And she was like, she told him that he needs to turn off his music and not listen to it because he's going to join a gang and start selling drugs or stuff. And I was like, I don't understand why she targeted the black kid, because all the kids were listening to the music except for he's the only black kid there. Right? Okay, so all the kids were listening to the rap. This wasn't the black kid, but she went up to the black kid and told him this, okay?
Yeah.
And so I went to the bus stop, okay? Twice, 2 days in a row, but she wasn't there both those days. I don't know if her kid got sick or something, but she and her kid just didn't go to the bus stop those 2 days. But I went to because I was going to confront her, right? Because I was going to be like, you know. So I was going to confront her on this one. Yeah, like especially the little kids or whatever.
Right.
But she didn't show up those 2 days, so I went ahead. I told all the kids this, you know. I was like, listening to certain kind of music, that's not gonna like do anything to you. And I was like, don't listen to this lady at all, no matter what she says to you. You just ignore her and pretend she's not there. She's not the authority figure to listen to. That's why I told all the kids, right? And I was like, and you blast your rap music, okay? I was like, that's your freedom of speech. You hold on to that. You're in a public space. You could play your rap. You kids can play your rap music here. And so
good for you.
Yeah, I think like she found out about that though, because the kids really actually stopped listening to her. They started like treating her like the pariah that she was.
Unvarnished told us not to listen to you because you're a stupid asshole.
Yeah, basically. So like, yeah, so she started having a feud with me that I wasn't involved in at all, because what she would do is she would go to the managers all the time, and she'd tell the manager like that my kid was being a bad kid or something, or that. But she didn't even live in the same apartment building as me. I live in a completely different apartment. And by the way, this is like me who I didn't even know about it for like the longest time, because I would bring the manager cookies and muffins, and my daughter would draw the manager a picture sometimes, you know. And my daughter would always visit the manager on her way home to say hi. So she was trying to, I guess, make me and her out to look like terrible people or something to the manager, but the manager wasn't buying it. And the manager ended up telling me about it like sometime after that lady left. She was like, yeah, I didn't like that
lady. You can tell when someone's being fake.
Yeah.
The other racist that I met in real life was like a younger woman. I think she was like 22 or 23, maybe 21. But like I remember there was a girl that I was dating at the time, and we had like a formal kind of like party kind of thing for her college, for her program that she was in. And I went there, I was in a suit and all that, and everybody was all formal and stuff, and it was like, like a nice affair, and everybody had their assigned seating and stuff, and it was me and her and a couple of her friends around this one table. And the entire night, this one young black girl, like 21 to 23 roughly, was just constantly blaming white people for literally everything. Like, oh, white people this, white people that, white people awful, white people evil, white people the devil. And I'm just like, me and my girlfriend at the time are sitting there, we're both white, and I'm just like, is nobody gonna call this bitch out on her fucking racism, like her blatant racism? And she went on the whole night. Everything she said was steeped in deep hatred and racism for white people, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? This is psychotic.
That is.
It was one of the most uncomfortable experiences of my entire life, because I was there like from the start to finish. Like, I was there for the whole party, and it was like the whole time.
We're rounded on like 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wanted to tell one more racism story before we're gonna wrap it up, because I had one that was more directed at me.
Only because I'm like,
gotta take off.
Okay. I am getting like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sleepy. Like,
but
I was gonna hit somebody up after this.
Oh.
But even now I'm like, no. Right now I'm like, I already told him to go fuck himself.
All right. Well, semicolon. Where can people find you, and what are you up to? Like, let people know where they can see what you're doing.
I'm most active on Twitter. That's probably the best place to reach me. I'm not much active online. I kind of take the Japanese manga artist approach to social media. I don't talk much, and I focus more on work.
Fair enough. That's usually a good way to go.
Yeah. So I try to post work as much as I can, but with my actual job and stuff. But trying to get back into it.
He's a busy boy, and he's an insanely talented artist, and I think you guys are all going to really love Cross when he comes out with it. Go check out his Twitter account and give him some love, all right?
Much appreciated.
Lots of love.
But very honored to come here.
Thank you for joining us, Semicolon. It's always a pleasure to have you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. And best to you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.
All right.
Peace.
Take care. Have a good night. All right. Well, I think we're kind of winding down at this point, so I guess we should all probably do the same kind of signing off and
I think so
hit the hay. I think my wife is getting pretty tired. She asked me to shut the door because we're pretty loud.
Yeah, I actually have my date with my boyfriend tomorrow, so I gotta go actually shower and shave everything.
All right, absolutely. So, Lady Caitlin. She says, "Happy birthday, Troy, and good night, everyone." Lady Caitlin, good night. Thank you for joining us. It's just a birthday stream. We're hanging out, chilling, just shooting the shit. So thank you very much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you. Take care. And Troy, what's up, dog? Birthday boy. Or actually, I guess we should probably let Narwhal sign off first. Let's save the best for last, right?
Yeah.
Save the birthday boy for last.
All right, so you could follow me on Twitter. Sometimes I post titty. Sometimes it's shit posting. It's like, that's my Twitter. It's titties and shit posting. Yeah, and so it's at Unvarnished Void.
It's right there in the chat. All right. And what about what you're working on Unvarnished Void?
Yes, I do have a comic that I'm working on for Science Wizard Comics. It got like a lot of setbacks this year, so I haven't worked on it too much because I did move into a new house and I had a funeral to go to. I had a lot going on this year.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, so I haven't worked on it, but as soon as I'm more settled in the house, which we're getting now, we had to get our kitchen floor done. See, I've been really busy with the house. As soon as I get more settled in the house, I'm gonna really be banging out stuff with that comic.
Right on. And that comic is called, at least temporarily for now.
Oh, I forgot what I called it. Oh, I'm having a brain fart.
Oh shit, I forgot too.
You forgot too? We both forgot what it's written down.
It's written down somewhere. We'll get to it. We'll bring it back later when we got a little more to show.
It's a superhero thing. It's got like an alien chick. She's sexy. Everybody loves a good alien chick. She's bisexual.
Cute.
That won't come up. Like, I don't think that will come up in the first comic at all. So
I just remembered Vessel.
Yes, Vessel. Oh,
Vessel.
Yes,
that's
it's
what
called
we were
Vessel because the very main character, he is trapped inside of a the alien girl's stuffed alien toy.
Right on. So yeah, check it out. Keep up to date with www.sciencewizardcomics.com. We'll be having more and more there and at Science Comics as well on Twitter. That's the best place to keep up to date with everything going on with Science Wizard Comics. And Troy, Mr. Birthday Boy Marvel, what's going on? Where can people find you? I don't know why I'm going all Christopher Walken, but I've been having a few drinks and I just feel a little silly. Tell the folks at home what's up.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't talking to somebody right now. You can follow me at MRMBQBoy on Twitter. All my links are in my pinned tweet, or you can check out Patreon, Ko-Fi, and all that good shit. And see if you want to support me. If not, whatever. Just follow me and I'll make you laugh. Oh, and I made Juanpool and shit.
Oh yeah, just little humble fella there, kind of the principal author, artist, colorist, inker of Juanpool, the brains behind the entire operation.
Say one thing? Can I please say one thing?
Please.
Yo, your boy is like the pretty chick when dudes want to get at him. Just saying.
But go check out
Thank you for joining me on my birthday, Jake. Thank you for joining me on my birthday, everyone.
Yeah, boy, it was so much fun to hang out with you guys today. I love our birthday streams. It's always a good time.
Oh my god, they're so fun.
I'm a little silly right now. I had a few drinks. I had like the equivalent of 8 shots of rum, maybe 10.
Yeah, I had a lot of rum. Oh, I
got this Romulan ale, man. It's so good, dude. You don't even notice it. I'm done the drink, and I'm just oh shit, that went down way too fast.
I wanted tequila, but the goddamn bottle wouldn't fucking open for me, and I got mad. So I just been drinking rum.
I got some tequila, but I felt like rum tonight. But
I've been drinking a lot of tequila. I like tequila again.
Yeah, man, when we get together sometime.
That's very stereotypical. I'm just going to point that out.
No. How dare you? You bigot. You straight white.
Nah. Drinking the rum. Bigot. If you really think of it, drinking the rum is more stereotypical because I'm Caribbean Hispanic.
Oh. There you go.
But, we're all Mexican.
Well, Arno wants us to do a Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking and juice in the hood watch party. Maybe we'll figure that out sometime. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But for now,
we can watch it and then put clips as video. I'm telling you, if we do it correctly, we can have a fat channel.
I agree with you. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. But
gotta clip that whole ET thing.
The whole ET conversation.
I'm not watching ET.
But yeah, check out indyplanet.com/sciencewizardcomics, or if you want to get the Indiegogo exclusive cover stuff with all the fixins, the prints, and the trading cards and all that, you can check out www.sciencewizardcomics.com. Check us out at Science Comics on Twitter, and donate to the Ko-Fi to help fund the secret comic that I'm working on. So everybody, thank you so much for having a good time with us tonight. Chilling with your boys at Science Wizard Comics with the whole crew. Hail the cheerleader.
Yes, I'm doing it. You can't see me. Next time, maybe I'll have my camera actually up.
I did it. See, I did it, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Night.